Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons. We have a full cast today. We have a full cast.
That's what I'm
Everybody
talking
is here.
about.
Yeah,
That's
who
what
the
I'm
fuck
talking
is this
about.
person to my left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, no, that's
Cass
your
or
right.
something? I don't...
Amazing.
What is the crack, folks? How we doing?
Yeah, is
Oh my
everybody?
god! Why am I in Muxler's spot? What?
Wait,
Uh-oh.
shit.
Yes! Yes!
So,
It's a twist!
Yes,
It's a
yes.
twist! It's a
This is
twist.
Sorry, Mux.
This is the Halloween episode.
Everyone
boys.
else is right.
Mux, there was something that I've been meaning to tell you. We have come to a group decision because this is a democratic group. You've been ousted. We are committing mutiny. Cass is our new supreme leader.
That's fine.
Mux, do
Cass,
you want to play Kyler? Or
Mux is
and I?
Kyler.
Cass, take the reins. I'm going to go smoke a joint.
Literally.
Give me 1 second. I'm not even going to fucking edit this out because this is actually quite funny.
So Mux, let's hear your. Come on, you're Kyler right now. So let's. Oh, you're not Kyler anymore. Let's hear that. Let's hear your.
Yeah, no,
Go on,
Mux
give
can
us a
still,
Kyler.
still give their Kyler impression.
So
let me try and think.
That's the opposite of Kyler.
Yeah,
that is literally.
That's true.
that was a horrible. That was impersonation.
Hey
Thinking-
dudes, what a wonderful day to be alive and on the surface. You know what they say, sun's out, pun's out.
It's alright, yeah. 7 out of 10. It's like,
Man, you,
hello
you gotta,
everyone.
you gotta keep moving. You know, you can't stop. You don't let yourself get tied down.
hell yeah.
tied down.
I get it.
Tied down.
Lilith. Woo.
Hey, little bro. You know they might have hurt you, but you know what they say. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer.
I'm Rubber.
Yep.
That's it. That's the one.
I'm Rubber. You're Glue. We're both horrific pollutions.
Good one. Oh.
Incredible.
Shall we kick off?
Yeah, you're in the
anytime
right
Kyler
spot
says,
now.
anytime Kyler says, "Yeah, boy," it's "Yeah, boy," but like the floating version.
Yep, boy.
Yeah,
boy.
There were 100% t-shirts that said that with the seagull from Little Mermaid
Yeah.
on it when I went on vacation. It was the funniest
Of course
thing,
there were. I love that.
right? Anything to make $1.
Nautical.
Tubular.
Swims out, fins out.
I do have to say, this is straight up the easiest cosplay I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, topless.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just took off my shirt.
I've got to say, I don't think there's
Cosplay?
anything.
This is just my
Yeah, he's
fucking
actually-
wardrobe.
He's actually 7 foot right now. What you didn't know is
I
that he
am.
made himself.
7-Eleven.
Man's,
7 feet and 11 inches.
Yep,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
different measurements.
I prepped.
man has spent the day on the medieval torture rack just for this.
Absolutely. And dude, my dick right now, huge, just absolutely.
Yeah, that's not your mic that we can see in frame.
Alaska's just left to go check.
Honestly, just
That
making
fucking-
some quality control.
a
what this is.
chainmail condom.
Whoa, hey. Oh,
Uh,
he came into frame a little too quick for the bit.
That's the first thing that came a little too
Alaska
quick.
left so quick, I
no?
almost thought the fucking
I
like
don't-
little signal had just gone off.
I don't think there's anything.
It was the murder signal. Sorry, I had to go assassinate someone really fast. Back though.
I don't think there's anything more in character than like Eli being like, "Oh, everyone like dress up as your characters," and Drazian's the only one that took it seriously. Like that feels exceptionally in character. They were like, "Yeah, like
Oh,
I've got
I
my
thought it
legs
would
and my
be
gun
fun
on.
if we did a
I'll take my
Halloween
shirt off,
episode,
I've
okay?
got red in my
I'm sorry
ears.
for trying. I'm sorry for thinking something
No,
could be fun.
I love it.
No, live your best life, Eli.
I was like, I'm wearing all black. That's
Yeah, that's sort of nearby. Yeah.
I mean, GB is kind of like my big titty dream girl anyway, so it works.
Canonically, GB does not have big titties, but
Frank
Unplayable.
is no longer.
Yep, kill her off immediately.
Unplayable.
Croc's first spell is
Is enlarge.
Increase your juice.
I think I do have an enlarged
Alright.
spell.
so. I was testing out how to enlarge specific body parts with this. At
worry about
first,
it.
Oh my
it was
god,
so I
this is the
could-
first spell that Drazian teaches you.
At first, it was so I could reduce the size of my schlong. It's a little bit inconvenient sometimes. It's very large. But then I was like, if I can reduce the size of my schlong, then could I enhance the size of other things? And so I tried it on my pinky toe. I really need that for balance. Fell over quite a bit, but it worked. And so I have this ring for you, Geraldine, and I just wondered, as a favor, could you pretty please put it on and tell me what it just let me watch just for like 5 minutes, and we can see maybe what it does. Just for science, this
Permanent
is a magic
spell.
studying purpose.
Are those?
Just let me watch for 5 minutes. Just sit there and tell me what to do. Just let me. What?
If you could sit there, just let me watch.
Are those buttons gonna like meet your AC? Jesus.
Oh my god.
A button embedded in Croc's forehead. He's like, "That's actually great. Thank you. Goodbye."
When Geraldine
Happy
asked me,
Halloween.
Meanwhile, GB's center of gravity slowly shifts.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wait, sorry, be the other.
exactly. Lean
Your
forward.
back just starts hurting.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall
Honestly.
down over here. Like,
God, honestly, it do be
Anyway.
like that.
Anyway, happy Halloween episode. As we have stated, some of us are dressed up as our character. People also have lives, so if you can't, it's a-okay.
I've been drunk for 3 days, I think. So
yeah, so you're already in character, so it's perfect.
I have a spider. It's a spider.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
God.
It's a
damn
small
it.
enemy spider. Okay.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
legalize
nuclear
bro.
bombs.
Got my denim and some onyx. Felt quite
I have a
Kyler.
spider
And
now.
like a blue shirt.
Fucking evolve that shit, Steelix.
You're my people, Chris. You're my people.
I saw you like my Greninja joke. American Greninja Warrior.
I was tempted to comment the Japanese version is better. Like that was kind of like match.
Fuck. I was just
Uh.
at work. I was doing literally my job. I was so into it, and just one thought out of literally nowhere. I was like, American Greninja Warrior. I was like, I should tweet that. So I went
I
into
must
the
tweet
warehouse and tweeted it, and then went back to what I was doing.
So, yes, I hope everybody's had a lovely week. I know we were off last week. There were reasons, don't worry. I think it was last week we were off, or the week before.
No,
one of
it
them.
was last week because
It was last week.
because I had text you going, I'm gonna really try and make D&D, but I'm not sure if my throat will allow me.
But that's
Hey, yo.
correct.
I've been really sick this past week, and it's only since like yesterday where it's been tolerable. So
I bet it
Crazy
has,
throat
uh,
goat.
I mean, throat goat could be a possibility.
only Lilith knows the answer to that question.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Magnum Dome.
Well, why is Drazian the throat goat in that situation?
Because Lilith obviously
Lilith-
has
So
a
you
fucking
know
strap.
all the answers already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some girls
think
have
Lilith-
There
dick
was-
shots. God
There was
damn.
when Chris was kind of going over what like things had happened and kind of like putting it all in chronological order for me. It was like he was talking about the Drazian's dad thing, and I was like, oh, so Drazian's like a prince? And he was like, yeah. I was like, is so Lilith gonna be like a princess? Like, is she a princess now? Like, she's gonna be a princess?
Oh my gosh.
He was like, shut up.
Drazian's going to tell you today because you were missing. When,
Oh
when
my
he
god.
told
Okay,
everyone
okay.
else.
I know nothing then.
Yeah, I don't know shit. So the it's a Halloween episode. People are back. It's another wonderful episode of Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons, episode 21. It's a second official episode on the our new lovely channel. Thank you all
Right.
for being here.
That's right. This
Um,
one.
This one right
That's right.
here.
That's this one. If you're watching
This
it
one right
on
here.
Twitch, it's this one.
Everybody put your hands up if you're not here. Okay. Fuck. I didn't expect this to happen. So thank everybody for coming. We're all dressed as our characters, or kind of like what's the thing that Disney
bind?
binding?
World
Disney
tenure
binding,
binding.
yeah.
Disney binding. It's a thing where people like take like elements of Disney characters because you're not allowed to dress up as
Yeah,
Disney
you're not.
characters.
It's against the rules to cosplay.
Yeah, at
so-
Disneyland.
Yeah, so you'll wear like the colors or things that like would represent a character, but not a cosplay.
You can't wear. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed to wear like costumes in the parks and stuff.
I've thought about going as like a Kingdom Hearts character and seeing what they do. Won't lie. I thought that'd be quite funny.
That
I
Kingdom
did.
Hearts
Probably be
character is
fine.
Donald Duck.
I did see a TikTok of a guy who was in the Disney parks dressed up as Darth Bader Ginsburg.
Incredible.
It was incredible. And so everyone was like, "I'm surprised they let you in," and he was like, "I don't know, they did."
I mean, I would also let Darth Vader Ginsburg slide. That goes
Yeah.
insane.
I just realized that I've got the anarchy symbol in my arm now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
So yes, we're all tenure binding today.
opinion binding.
Binding.
I don't think I don't personally have anything to advertise tonight. Does anybody else? I don't know if we're going to be doing a Halloween stream tomorrow. It might be in the cards. We're not 100% sure yet, but yeah. But yeah, does anybody have anything they would like to advertise? Anything they would like to say, do, anything like that?
I
Oh.
have exciting news
What is your news?
that I can share here. It's the first place I'll be sharing it. Good friend of the channel, Doug, Tech Wiz, was able to hook me up with a computer tower. As many of you know, I have been streaming off of like a laptop from 2015.
That is dying.
15-inch laptop that often does die. Doug was able to link me to an incredible deal for a tower that I was able to get, and so I am getting a new actual computer tower that I should be able to use to stream, and I'll be able to stream maybe on not like graphics 1 in World of Warcraft. I could have some render distance, might be able to play actual games from Steam. I'm pretty excited
The
about
possibilities
it, guys.
are endless.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be able to like do things realistically, like stream and do things at the same time. The only thing now is I need to get some monitors, but I'm really geeked about it. So I just wanted to share that. So
I'm
make
going to
sure
be
that you
sending you
follow
loads
it.
of links to really cheap PC games, like AAA stuff, but really fucking cheap. There's like a couple of sites that Cass, Mux, and me use to get like AAAs for like less than fucking $15. So we'll hook you up.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
We all just started
Simpsons.
playing Monster Hunter there, and I bought everybody it, and it was only like, for us it was like $9, so for you guys it'll be like 11.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm just geeked. I'm really excited. I'll finally be able to like start streaming stuff. Like Phasmophobia ended up evolving to the point where I could no longer stream it. Like it was too stuttery. But like with an actual computer tower that has like, you know, that's not a laptop from 7 years ago.
Look,
I'm
sorry,
gonna
everyone
do it
just
again,
keeps everyone just keeps talking about Phasmophobia, and I just have to say personally, I don't agree with any form of discrimination.
God damn it.
I'm so glad that I'm back.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I'm sure you are.
Really
Um,
glad to be back.
So yeah,
All right.
if-
Well, I'm just excited about that. Follow my channel, guys. Thank you
Go
so
follow
much.
Distraction.
Yay!
Distraction
Appreciate the support.
Kazar.
We'll be back
Distraction
on
Caesar.
Table Talk on Tuesday as well. So whoever is going to be there will be there. There's no like concrete plan for it yet, but there will be some people with me there chatting about the past 2 episodes, including what is now going to be known as the Lost episode.
Lost
Because-
episode.
Yeah, so last week's episode 20, unfortunately, because it's a new channel and like a couple of hiccups setting everything up, VOD saving was not turned on. So last week, so if you were here last week and saw the stream live, you are some of the very few people that will, basically the only people who will ever see that episode. So congratulations. But we are going to work on some kind of like storytelling animation type thing to upload that at some point soon-ish. Mux, Cass, and me and the rest of the gang are in talks about how we're going to do that, but we will have updates on that over the next while.
I don't know why it had to be that episode, because that was the episode that Shaq guest starred as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
it had to be
And we just
the
totally
one.
lost it.
It was
Yeah.
insane. Tupac joined the call.
Tupac is alive and well.
It was crazy.
I'm just
We thought Shaq's team was handling the recording, but they, for whatever reason, thought that we had that. It was really just a miscommunication, and
yeah, we
ended up
had
dropping the
Dave
ball,
Grohl
yeah.
came on as Asmodeus, so it was a whole thing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's just one of those things.
Well,
It just shows
lost
you guys
episode.
to never miss an episode. If you didn't see it, you'll now know to never miss an episode again.
And if you're watching this a year and a half in the future and you are catching up on all these episodes and you're very upset, too bad, homie. Dang, that's tough.
To be you.
See ya up in
That's
episode
rough, buddy.
113.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen in episode 113? Who's gonna be dead? Who do we think?
All of you. What?
Yeah.
What? What'd you say?
What?
Mike?
Wait,
TPK
what?
incoming.
All right.
Episode 113 will have been doing it for 2 years.
I believe it.
Anyway,
Yeah, thought of that terrifies me. We've been doing this for half a year. This is episode
That's
21.
bonkers.
That is
Really crazy.
well, technically over half a year, but if you watch an episode a week, it's half a year. So
yeah,
Kinda
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, Sognar, it was the PowerPoint presentation episode. So the
Yeah.
episode where Shaq gave the PowerPoint presentation.
But Shaq, yeah, was a good buddy of ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Long-time friend of the channel.
was no
Yeah.
longer with us.
was
Yeah.
friendship with
Yeah.
Shaq ended.
Creative differences meant that Shaq would not be back.
He got real upset with us for not recording the episode like we should have.
Michael Jordan is our new best friend.
The thing is, he didn't like my Argonian basketball joke, and it was just.
It was, look, Mux, I love you, a little bit out of pocket.
I mean,
When you
this
reference
one's
the
favorite
3-pointers,
player is Shaquille O'Neal. Like,
you didn't have to bring up the 3-pointers thing. Like, we
Yeah.
all know it. We didn't have to bring it up. Look, but this is for off stream, probably.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, we are heading 25 minutes, and we're going. we're going into the.
Oh, God, I love this shit, dude.
So I'm happy for everybody to be back. Let's get into this week's episode of Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons. Welcome back, everybody. So, for those of you who weren't here last week, suck it.
No, we're just going to continue.
Yeah, we're
It was
just going to continue.
It was a great flashback we did where I was Uriel Sabrathan, and we did a whole bit about Uncle Yuri, and it was
Uncle
great
Yuri.
storytelling. We're just not going to tell you about it.
Not to be confused with Uncle Yuri, not to be confused with Uncle Yuri, which is Japanese gay manga about uncles. So or no, sorry.
I mean,
No,
Is
that's
it
gay
Yuri or
aunts.
Yaoi?
Yuri
That's it.
is gay love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is
So
girls love, not gay love.
yeah.
Well.
I mean, technically.
Same thing.
Anyway, so what happened in the last episode, guys?
Who wants to do it? Who wants to just rapid fire it, Max? Go. Just go.
Last
Machine gun
episode,
it.
last episode, the gang were prepping for a party. They were getting everything in place. They got a little PowerPoint together. They went to Geraldine. They had their ties. Kronk wore nothing but a tie. Everything else was hanging out. It was awesome. The entire group kind of put together this PowerPoint, and they were like, these are the finances. We've done the budgeting. This is how much we need. We're going to get everything installed. We're going to get like a full sound system. We're going to get an entertainment hub. It's all going to be great. Geraldine questioned them and grilled them as a good investor does. Kronk had
Like
it all
Shark
prepared.
Tank.
Yeah, Kronk had it all prepared though. Kronk was boom, 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 boom. Then realizing that there's a possibility of about 7,000 people showing up to this party. And at this point, Drazian went, guys, gotta tell you. And revealed a bit about his backstory, about people looking for him, how he might be bringing a target on their backs, and what happened in the session previous, which is not a lost episode, so you can go catch up on that one. And other such wonderful things. Going forward, we had the party paladin appear to the group. Talk to some people. Yeah, talk to some people. Get to really likes to make sure that people are good. Nobody's abusing any substances. And then left, and then we had a curious visitor by the name of Fieron Silsarath. They know Kyler. They have known Kyler for a while, and they introduced themselves as a dragon rider, which caught the attention of no one because Drazian was not within earshot for that
Was out of
moment.
fucking earshot. Because I decided to give some people some fucking privacy. That's the last time I'd be a decent human being.
D&D
That bodes
punishes
well.
you for being good. And I believe that is where we left off the episode after Drazian and Geraldine had both received text messages from Drazian's mentor Dren and Geraldine's sorry, something on my desk. Bugs on my
Geraldine's
desk.
something on my desk boulevard.
Geraldine's something on my disc. Geraldine's. I usually go back and make all my notes off of the episodes because I can't do it in the moment. So I think it was your mother.
Father.
Father.
It was your father. Okay, yes, it was your father. Not a problem.
Geraldine's old man's approval.
And that is where we left off. Now going back into the adventure, but we're going to rewind time a bit. Back to the first day of classes, after everybody had split and gone their separate ways. Lilith, you don't really have classes with the other guys in the group right now. They're all doing their own thing. You've got your own thing to do. You're not really taking as many classes as those guys either. You're here for like the bare minimum to get like the education and kind of the job security of being a graduate of True Arms. And for your other reasons that are known to yourself. And the first day of class goes uneventful for you. You do hear about an explosion happening, and apparently there was it was the history class and the introduction to magical beasts class. They kind of got pushed together and something went wrong, and at first you weren't sure, and then you heard stories about, oh yeah, this 8-foot tall grey Goliath apparently saved 2 of the pieces of the wreckage. Kind of clicked with you at that point that even without you, this group is going to get into trouble, and you're probably going to hear it through the grapevine. Now, as the first day of classes came to an end, you find yourself a little bit weary, a little bit tired, and wanting to go and check in with the mother at the Gentle Hand, which is where you took yourself. You enjoyed a drink. You chatted to some of the other fingers of the Gentle Hand. And you had a fairly uneventful night. Maybe picking up some rumors, some tips, some little, oh, here's things to do, what you can do to help out, that kind of thing. At the end of the night, you find yourself walking home. You are carrying your two most recent purchases on you, those being your two new guns, Poison Heart and Silver Whisper. As you find yourself walking home, there's a lovely bench that overlooks the majority of the lake that Agalane is built upon. And at the time that you're currently walking, there's a sort of natural underwater fireworks show going on, as there's a number of bioluminescent algae and moss that is reacting to fish moving through it, and you can see this happening. And you decide for a moment to stop and take it in. As you do so, there's a strong urge for you to, like, rid yourself of any baggage and just enjoy the moment. So you take off whatever bags you may have had on, and you unholster your weapons and you set them on the bench beside you. You don't know if this is a moment of peace that has overcome you, or if this is something else, but you don't mind because you feel unburdened for the first time in a while, both physically and mentally, as you look out upon the lake. And as you relax and lean back into the bench, your hand falls to your side and grazes Poison Heart. As you look down at Poison Heart, you haven't got to use it yet, but you will, and it'll be fun. Absent-mindedly, you put your hand on the box containing Silver Whisper and open it. Do you touch the gun?
I do, yes.
As you, in this absent-minded state, drag your fingertips across the barrel of Silver Whisper, its fine, sleek form that seems too smooth to have been carved by any sort of machinery or smith. Usually, even in the most pristine of swordwork or metalcraft, you can feel that indentation where the hammer or the machine has carved the piece, but there is no such mark of ugliness upon this pristine weapon. And as your fingers trace along it, you hear a voice in the back of your head. Oh. And who are you?
Lilith looks around, trying to figure out who has said that.
You
And
look
then-
around. You look
yeah.
around. The closest people to you are a couple who are down on the shore of the lake.
She looks down at the gun and just kind of like gives it like a hello.
Now, don't be pulling that face at me. It's been a long time since someone properly took in my beauty. Why do you look at me with such disgust?
Um, can I roll like an insight check on this?
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Chris furiously texting. What the fuck? What the
I know. Oh, hold on. What? Hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get it.
That's okay. I'm going to say, just for future, by the way, if it's easier for you guys, we've been playing for long enough that I'm going to trust you guys if you want to roll your own dice at the table.
Yeah. 1 second.
The only thing is, in that case, I'm going to be asking to confirm crits.
That's fine. Sorry, this is not working for me. My D&D Beyond is just like frozen. Well, I was gonna roll an insight check, but I guess I won't.
Not a problem.
It's +4.
Okay, I'll roll one for you here.
Thank you.
Let's see. Your insight is what exactly, like, what information are you trying to glean from this insight check?
I guess who is speaking to me?
Okay. Yeah, that's an 18. Yeah, you gather the gun is speaking to you.
Okay. What is your name?
I believe this is the first time that one of you who have used me has asked me such a thing. Normally, I'm named whatever you decide to call me. I believe that the fellow who sold you had been calling me Silver Whisper. So you can call me Sil.
Hey, Sil?
Hello, Lilith.
How do you know that?
Should I not know the name of one who touches me so tenderly?
What else do you know?
I know where you were earlier tonight. I know what you've been doing these past nights. The moment you touched me, I knew your desires and everything to do with them. I know about her and what happened to her. But I don't think that's a conversation for such new friends.
Friends.
Friends, partners, business associates. I have faith that you will not discard me.
And why
Do
is
as-
that?
Well, do as you may. I don't think that you would give up such power. And I think you'll know that I am powerful. I can feel your heart beating.
And what power is that?
The power of control. The power of knowing where the path may take you. The power of choosing that path. But mostly, the power of charm. of words carefully chosen to weave a narrative that only you decide. The power to let people know that you control the story and whether they live or they die. That is the power that I offer you. That is the power that you seek. Is it not, darling?
And you're giving this power, or what do you want in return?
I want to be known. What use is a weapon of no name? What place does something of no repute hold in history? If people do not know my name, how can I charm them? I want you to allow me to become known. And in return, I offer you endless power of a devilish nature.
You have yourself a deal.
I knew I did. Now come, take me out of this box. Hold me.
She does.
As you do, at first you don't feel anything different. And then after a moment, as you begin to look around, there are people that stand out in your vision. People who seem to almost be slightly brighter than the others that you see around you. And you hear Syl once again at the back of your head. Do you see them?
Yes.
I believe that these are the ones that deserve our retribution.
And why is that?
Talk to them. Shake their hand. I can give you a mere glimpse into what they have done. So,
Yeah.
while holding or being like having a Silver Whisper equipped, your insight proficiency doubles. You can also use its ability once per day to read the surface level thoughts of a creature that you can physically touch. And it is a gun that feeds off of your charisma modifier instead of your dexterity modifier.
Oh, fuck yes.
Basically like a
This
Warlock
is
Pact
dope.
weapon.
That's sick. What is my charisma modifier? Hold on.
It's probably +5.
Oh,
+5.
yeah, it's +5, yeah.
But now that also would then go on top of your what's it called? Your
Persuasion?
proficiency with weapons. So I believe it will become a +8 to hit. So
Is the
Based.
attack bonus at the end also based on charisma?
it is indeed. So the
So is it-
damage the damage that you deal will always at minimum be 6 damage as long as you hit.
Okay.
What?
Sick.
Damn.
What's the die for
She
it?
a weapon?
Depends on what kind of bullet you load in. If it's a normal bullet, it's a D6. If you load in special bullets, it gets higher than that.
Yo. So it's like an adaptable gun. You could like load in like a sniper round or something.
Yeah.
Poison billets coming soon. TM.
50 caliber revolver.
GB's making poison. We're gonna make poison darts.
Yeah,
Poison
poison bullets.
Poison everything.
2d12 plus 6. Can you imagine? Just like a poison 50 cal from a distance.
It's like in
Well,
Fallout
no,
when you
I would like to put it is still a handgun. So if you're using like 50
Ooh.
cal, you're going to feel the recoil, and you're also going to lose like accuracy over long distance.
Mhm.
But it does mean that you can load it with a 50 cal and just go up to someone, press it against their gut, and just say goodbye, and blow a fucking Subway foot-long sandwich through them.
how
Like
much
Croc
damage
did
is
with the-
blowing out your own fucking shoulder?
They just gotta
The
relax
recoil
yourself,
dam.
it'll be good, right?
Feels Pokemon then.
So, after all this, with the knowledge that you have now, and I will add Silver Whisper to your inventory.
Cool.
As Sil is telling you of what these people do, do you want to walk up to any of them?
Yeah, I was gonna ask who's closest.
You see a stumbling drunkard fellow, maybe into his 40s, human, slightly balding on top, dark hair, who is one of these slightly illuminated figures.
Okay, I'll walk up to him. Why not?
As you kind of stumble up to him, he turns to you and he goes, "Hello there, pretty thing. How's your night been?" And he kind of holds out this chipped and broken bottleneck of what looks like some like $2 chuck. And he kind of holds it out to you. "You want a sip?"
No. No, I don't think that I do.
He lowers it and he goes, "Maybe you want something else then." And he's reaching to like touch your face. Do you let him?
I'm gonna catch his hand, like catch him by the wrist and like stop him, but the physical touch is there.
As you do, like, grab his wrist,
Mhm.
for a moment, your world goes black and you're standing in this, like, almost like an empty auditorium. You can see these walls that reach up endlessly, but you're on the center stage. And there's you and two other people, this old drunkard and what looks to be a lady of the night. And you can see, without going into detail, that his actions are less than desirable.
Okay.
And you're brought back from this. And he goes, "Why, don't be rough. I knew a rough girl once."
Lilith is gonna say, "Did she look like me?" And then just pow. Kill him.
She looked, as the shot reverberates through the city streets, you almost, like, for a moment are scared, like, "Oh crap, I've just fired a gun in the middle of the road."
Right.
But you look around and you see that no one is reacting. And you hear Sil go, "Sometimes it's better to make sure that only we know what goes on." And you watch as this drunkard reaches his hand down and looks at the now growing patch of blood spreading across his already stained shirt. and he grips it and he goes, "You fucking cut," and falls to the ground dead. Again, no one is reacting to what has happened. But that might not be the case if you stay there for much longer with a dead body on the floor.
Yeah, I think Lilith is a little shocked that she has kind of done this, and she kind of feels as if she's like not completely like in control, but knowing that she has done this, but also like a very kind of like, I don't, that felt weird. Like it didn't really feel like her in that moment.
Yeah.
But she's gonna bolt because she's like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't really know what's going on.
You return back to the bench and you gather up the stuff that you
Yeah.
kind of cast off, put it back on, throw up the hood of the cloak that you wear, and walk away. You continue doing whatever you may do for the rest of the nights. As the third night comes around, it kind of comes to your attention that you haven't properly been back to the house in a number of nights. And you're not sure what the other party members may thought of this. So it's probably best to return, if only to stave off any, possible suspicion.
Mhm.
As you are returning home, as you walk up, as you're walking towards the door, you see another individual leaving the house, kind of the silvery hair, slightly pale greyish skin, who gets onto a dragon turtle and disappears beneath the waves. You see Kyler and Drazian standing in the doorway, waving goodbye. Drazian looks down at his phone, seemingly receiving a text. And then picking up where we left off, Drazian, after you have received this text from Drem, yourself and Kyler are both standing at the front door of the house after waving goodbye to Fieron. And you look down the road and you see a hooded Lilith approaching you.
Hello, stranger.
Yep.
No, you know
Hi.
her. It's Lilith.
Hey guys. Hi.
You
Oh, we
alright?
were just well, we were gonna leave. Yeah, how are you? You good? Enjoying class?
Yeah. Classes are fine. They're good actually. They're great. I've been studying a lot. They're hard classes. Just kind of fumbling over her words, which is pretty uncharacteristic for Lilith.
Just don't be too hard on yourself. Don't overwork yourself or anything.
Thanks.
Alternatively, smash those limits. Let's go. Also, it's kind of important to note, Kyler is currently wearing not denim and not armor, but like a genuine 3-piece Guarmani suit. And like genuinely black tie. Still, the trident's still there, but just looks like very different than normal. Usually, it's kind of informal, holy Jesus warrior look, but like now it's like Oscar night. Drazian might have a tie on still.
No,
I don't know.
Drazian is dressed exactly like this because his coat is still with the fucking still with Merrick Cold at the minute. So Drazian is literally dressed in a slut shirt right now. Like that's literally what he's
Oh
wearing.
boy.
He had a tie, so clearly that was a choice. Like this was the tie was on, and he went, "No, nah, fuck it." But yeah.
Yeah, no, because the tie had its place in the presentation. It would have been about halfway through, like, after explaining everything that he explained to the group, afterwards he would have, like, taken the tie off and gone, okay.
You are all dressed up. You look
Yes,
different.
thank you. We were actually, well, it's a long story. So have you ever heard of a guy called Thunder?
Like, no, like,
No, he's a dick. He's a dick. Don't worry about it. But basically, he like affronted my honor. It was the whole thing. So we're having a party, at the weekend, and we need to go get booze. So we thought, oh well, why don't we see if Dale wants to contract? So we're gonna go see Dale, then we're gonna leave, and then Theron showed up, and now we're gonna go maybe see Dale. I mean, you guys had a rapport, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Do
You
you want
wanna
me
come with
to
us
come
to-
with you?
wanna
Yeah,
come?
yeah.
So
I love Dale. Let's go see Dale.
do you want a tie?
Do you have one?
Yeah, and Kyle is gonna dip into
Pull
the
it back.
the jacket of appropriate ties. What's Lilith wearing? Like,
It's just
Uh,
50 feet of body safe rope.
She's wearing black. She's got her hood up. That's about it.
is there like a shirt for this tie? I don't know. Like,
No, it's kind of just more like a normal shirt, like a bodice kind of thing. It's like a blouse with a bodice.
in that case, then I think it will have to be like a floral choker. I guess is that?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You do the cronk and just have the
or
have
the
it
headband.
tied,
We could
but
do a
with-
headband, yeah, like a hair tie, like, or like a bandana.
Yeah,
let's
she'll
do that.
Or just
She's
wear
just
it
gonna
around her neck and makes it look extra slutty because
Like a
because
chunky
she's-
Britney Spears tie.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's exactly
Chunky
what she was
Britney-
going
There we
for.
go. That's what the coat has provided us with, the chunky Britney Spears school tie. So there you go. Gonna throw it down to Lilith.
She's just gonna catch it. She just puts it on and knows how to tie a beautiful tie, and then just like loosens it, kind of like loosens it. So it's very Avril Lavigne, Britney Spears esque tie.
Oh, yeah.
Same girl.
But yeah, that's us kind of ready to head off, I guess. At that point.
Well, I guess I'm dressed for the occasion now, so
Yeah.
I will join you.
Sorry, while you guys were doing that, I was making a kill count command.
I just saw that.
I was
You can
just
That's not even the mandem. That's just Lilith. That's just
Man.
Lilith.
There should just be a Lilith kill count. She's killed so many people already.
I probably could just do a Lilith kill count as well.
I thought it was just a Lilith kill count. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, that
am I
makes
the only
sense.
person who's killed somebody?
No,
No.
No.
no, definitely not.
people
Well,
like
oh, no,
in
I mean,
the
like, but, like-
adventure, you know,
In the campaign?
cold-blooded murder,
Yeah, like murdered people. Like, well,
like
like
murder
He doesn't
people.
like-
then
fucking murder people. Yeah, like he doesn't like.
I think it's so Lilith is
is the only
just-
person who would be convicted in a court of law is probably Lilith. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
Because
for
as
sure.
well, Lilith ran over like a ton of people with a car as well. In our little
Yeah, but that
Thelma and
was
Louise thing.
like self defense.
Your
I
Honor, I
definitely-
hit those children in self-defense.
Your Honor, I hit that sweet drift into those people screaming and running away in self-defense.
Because it was so sick, okay? I plead the sick.
I plead the sick is radical.
There we go. We now have a exclamation point Lilith, where every time Lilith kills someone, you can do that, and it will add a kill count to it. I am going to change it so that only moderators can do it, because otherwise everybody will try to do it at once.
Lilith
Updating
will now
Lilith's
have
body
killed.
count.
Yeah.
Someone asked Lilith's body count, and she goes, "Well,
Yeah.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean by
what are
body
you, a
count?
cop?
You're
Yeah,
gonna need to
like,
be a
body
little more
count.
specific here.
It's like when someone asks if you smoke and you're like, smoke what? Like, what's your body
Yeah.
count? Which one?
When you say you smoke
living
a
or
fag,
dead? I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
Hey yo.
There's also one now where you can instead of doing like exclamation point kill, which that will always round one up. If you do exclamation point get kill, you can see how many lives the Mandem have ended without increasing it. So there we go.
there we go."
Murder. Okay.
Murder.
Is,
Okay.
is Shenjo still with GB at this point?
Yeah,
So it
we're
does
on
mean
the
walking.
shore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
we're on the shore because I had my phone, I guess.
yeah, you're on the shore, and you do like as you're kind of drying yourself off, you turn around and you see this all going on. You see Lilith now standing in front of the house, and Tyler like sizing ties against Lilith's torso, trying, yeah, doing the very like Princess Diaries kind of
Holding them up to see which one matches.
perfect.
They're all black, but like
has them like
They're
has them, like,
different.
lined up over his arm, and he's like, no.
Mm.
Shrimp can see more colors, is all I'm saying. Like maybe
Yeah.
that's
Kyler sees different shades of black that we just can't see on these ties.
thinks every goth is horrifically dressed. Like, oh my god, this is so
None of these
None of that
shades
matches.
Why are they wearing purple and green? It's like no, they're wearing black. No, I can see it. I can see it. It's like the opposite of Mux.
I was gonna say that.
What the fuck is green?
It's reverse
I
Mux.
was gonna make that joke, and then I was like, no,
Mike goes to
I'll
a
let
pride parade
someone
and
else.
says, "Why are they all goth?"
No, it's like, you know, a while ago there was the meme of like the negative image version of someone that it's negative Mux.
50 Shades of
God.
Grey takes on a whole new meaning for Mux.
Right?
Evil Mux be like, I can see colors.
I can see all the colors.
It's really over for you guys now.
Shrimp Mux can see normal colors.
Shrimp. How far away is like the porch of the house, I guess, where everyone is, like the doorway to the shore?
Oh, you're maybe only about 30 feet away.
Oh, okay. I imagined it to be a lot further. Okay.
So like it's pretty much like the porch of the house, a road, and then you're on the shoreline.
Okay.
And just to be clear, sorry to jump in, but Kronk like already dipped, right? Like he took GB's credit card and was like, "All right, I'm gonna go sort out the."
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go talk technical with the people over at Mentions to Go.
You're already a whim away.
Yeah, I'm a Wima Web. Yeah, I'm already
A whim away.
Yeah, you've gone off to Yuan Taikea. So or sorry, if you're Swedish, I suppose it's Yuan Taikea. So yes, you've got the card and you're gone.
Excellent.
And
I just want to make sure that I was, if I wasn't role playing right now, it'd be kind of weird. If I was just like, Croc's on, I don't know, sleeping or whatever. No.
Kirk's on the John. Okay.
Shopping online on his Pixie.
Sognar, I'm going on an adventure.
Exactly.
So it's another Kronk side quest where Kronk fights the Grim Reaper again.
we talk
Trying to
about
buy a
doing that for
TV.
second? Kronk, like getting into an adventure at like Fantasy Costco or whatever. Fantasy Tesco.
and one shot, yeah, we talked about it
Yeah,
on
we were talking
like,
about a one shot where we like were fighting with mops or whatever.
Oh, that was yeah, that's going to be a side quest. So everybody then other than Kronk, who is currently out doing some late night shopping, the rest of you guys are going out for drinks, I believe.
yeah, we're gonna go see Dale vis-a-vis alcohol for the Rager, I believe.
Out for
I guess
drinks,
if
like
Shenjo-
literally out to purchase drinks.
Out to acquire drinks, yes.
Yes.
Vis-a-vis Shenjo. Would Shenjo be able to take us in then if he's no longer occupied with Geraldine?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
if we're, you could just like walk over if we're out of the water now, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Shanjo is, as you guys kind of all get down onto the shore. Geraldine, currently you're the only one without a tie.
Well, the Drazian's not wearing a tie.
Oh, I thought
Put
you
it
had
back
one on.
No,
Put it back
I
on.
took the tie off.
Put
and
it back on.
I'm
Slide of
open
hand
shirt
check to
again.
put a tie
You,
onto Drainian.
you know what? Exactly. Yeah. Kaz gonna go right now. We're all doing ties today. Come on, put it back on. So let me, dude. Come on. I gave you a tie.
The tie that like Drazian was wearing is in the house, but you reach into your pocket and pull out an identical tie because it already matched the outfit. So you're
Mhm.
just like, no. Here.
Is Geraldine like in a swimming suit, or is like Geraldine dressed because you transformed?
Dressed.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be fully dressed but wet.
No,
Try
if you came
If
out
I like come
of-
out, am I dry?
Yeah.
For the minute.
Like
No.
Okay.
Only
my
until
hair
Kronk
wet?
comes back.
No, nothing would be wet.
Interesting. Okay.
That
Because-
is interesting.
Because as you
Not funny, haha.
return
Funny
back,
weird.
funny weird. As you turn back to your like normal form out of your wild shape, all the conditions of your wild shape disappear. So
Right.
and you just go, and then you're back to normal.
Kyla's gonna drop a tie on GB's head. Like
It's funny.
stand over her.
Funny, haha. Funny autistic.
Just a touch of the tism.
And like, you know, like just kind of walk over and just go on top of Geraldine. I'm like, I guess, what kind of tie is it? I don't know.
What kind of tie would it be, Geraldine?
What were you wearing? Geraldine?
One that would drop over my head. It would have to be like just a normal tie, right?
Guess. I mean, a bow tie could hit you in the face. I don't know. Or a bolo tie, as I've found out it's called today.
I don't know. I feel like it would be one of those like.
Geraldine doesn't get a tie. Geraldine gets a fucking cravat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of like the ribbony types of ties that would like go onto like whatever top she was wearing.
Are you in a
Is
K?
there
Are
a
you in
name
a
for those?
drama? Like a K drama
Yeah,
tie?
honestly, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, it can still be dropped, right? It's just.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah. And she'll like
Yeah.
fumble it around to like put it under like the collar of her shirt.
Yeah,
Be like,
And then
why? Still the ties?
didn't steal the ties.
No, still. We're still wearing ties.
Apparently.
Yeah, we're still wearing ties. Yeah. And as we speak, Kyler's going to reach into the pocket and produce a tie. And the tie doesn't stop getting produced like a magician's jar. As
Well, no,
Kyler
no.
takes
The
a
thing is,
giant tie for Shenja.
For Shenja?
no, the tie does stop getting produced, but it's tied to another tie, much
Which is
akin to
tied
the
to
endless
another tie.
tissues.
That's what I was imagining.
So Shenjo's tie is in fact an amalgamation, a Franken tie, if you will.
True Halloween spirit.
Exactly appropriate for.
No,
And
it's Spirit Halloween.
Oh, my bad. Say it 3 times and they'll take over the Mendem's house.
No.
The Mando's house because of Spirit Halloween.
That's actually one of that's a modification to one of the what the fuck is Kronk carrying around still? That fucking deck of hell or whatever.
Many things.
Yeah, the deck of many things. He turns
That's
it over.
one.
It's like
Spirit
oops, all
Halloween
your
takes
shit
over.
turns into Spirit Halloween now. No.
Hey Geraldine, thanks for the credit card. I'm going to put it in this handy card holder I have available.
Brutal.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, incredible.
Frankenstein's
this-
tie is
Yeah, the
Sorry.
Franken tie goes perfectly around Shenjo's neck, gets tied like very, it's like it's the biggest Windsor knot you've ever seen, but it looks incredible. After putting it on, it does come to you that, oh, he's not going to be able to fit into deals, so it's kind of not necessary, but it makes him feel like part of the gang.
it's part of the team.
Included.
Yeah.
Part of
Um,
the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship.
While Kyler's
Black
putting the
Pearl.
tie on Shenjo, GB's gonna go get some more ginger like out of her bag and like feed it to Shenjo.
While
Okay,
that's
yeah.
all happening,
And like say thanks for the therapy session.
as you kind of give Shenjo the ginger, you're now no longer in your shark form, so you once again hear the that kind
Yeah.
of resonates from within him.
I know, buddy. I know. I'll tell her. All right. Just thank you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
What?
so
Is
somebody
he
has
s-
just messaged me. Oh, hey, we're chilling on voice call if you want to join. I was like,
Yeah, be right there.
We're
Drop a
chilling on.
link.
We're chilling.
Join
on
us,
voice.
bro. Come on.
While
Is-
that exchange is going on, I kind of pull Lilith aside. I'm like, I need to talk to you about something. You weren't really here earlier when stuff went down, but first day of class was kind of a bit weird. And long story short, there's now the people that were after me who thought I was dead no longer think I'm dead. By the way, I'm a prince.
Do we overhear this at all?
How far up the beach have you gone? Like,
Yeah.
We've gone about like 30 feet away, like.
and if you're talking at the volume you were actually talking, then you would hear it because you're
No,
gonna hear that on like
No,
an empty beach.
I'm
But
like
if you're
stage speaking low. So stage
Okay,
speaking
yeah.
low.
shout whispering, yeah.
Yeah, I'm shout whispering. So I'm like,
Shit spring.
yeah. So
That's my favorite on screen overlay. Shitster.
so
I'll be able to run Digspur again, dude.
so yeah.
W's all around.
That's a thing.
Oh. She's just like very taken aback. Like, and you're a
Prince.
I'm
yes.
a what?
I am the first born son and only son and heir to the King of Avon, which is the place that I occasionally mention in passing. So yeah, that's and people who like invaded my home and took over my home now know I'm alive again. They don't know where I am, but yeah, being around me may be a little bit more dangerous now. Spoke to the rest of the guys and they're all cool with me still being here, but if you don't want me around,
no. I would like it if you were around. I like when you're around.
okay, cool.
About the people that are looking for you. I guess maybe just if you ever when the time if the time comes, I will help you with that.
Thanks. That means a lot. Yeah, and I do I see it? Are the rest of them looking at us, or are they like doing their own thing right now?
As you look over your shoulder, you're gonna hear like a whistle.
Geraldine is
like,
reading lips as much as possible.
Eldane's with the binoculars.
Okay.
I'm gonna look something up.
The
She
single
missed her
spyglass.
friend.
Right.
Um,
I just like squeeze a little of sand. I'm like, that means a lot. And they're like, we should probably go. They're waiting on us. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, we should go.
I have a question. It's kind of on Lilith's behalf. Does like Lilith see anybody glowing?
In our group.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
I-
currently holding Silver Whisper.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Have it equipped, but
Shit.
you don't like you're not holding it, so you don't get that effect.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Got you. So you actually have to have your hand on it. Okay. That's
Yeah.
clear.
It's Cole is Cole Cassidy or Cassidy Cole? I think it's Cole Cassidy.
It's Cole Cassidy.
Yeah, it's
isn't
Cole
it?
Cassidy.
It's Cole Cassidy's like high noon, where kind of as soon as you put your hand on it, all the enemies like light up.
It's
Very Assassin's Creed.
noon.
Yeah.
Equal sense. Yeah.
Which I was thinking
It's 12
about,
o'clock.
that thought has crossed Lilith's mind.
Ubisoft sense activate.
But
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
she's a little too afraid to know.
Okay.
So
So
that
what
that
does it
thought
reveal
is
exactly? Or like,
it reveals essentially who
She should kill.
I have to kill or should kill.
Who,
Okay.
who Silver Whisper deems
basically. Yeah.
deems worthy of your retribution.
yes.
Which I
Okay.
guess you don't really know the criteria of.
I was gonna say I don't imagine it's a particularly stringent or consistent criteria. It's a talking gun.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, like, and when you touch them, you get like a flashback of sorts of why he thinks
What-
that. What are Sill's pronouns?
It's
Okay. Like, what do I do with a sentient gun? I'm just trying to be respectful here.
AK-47.
Attack helicopter.
Exactly.
47's pronouns.
Seven's
Cell's special power is that it turns people that it targets pronouns into was-were.
Yeah.
Oh.
How to make your
That's just
pronouns
Lilith's
was
effect on
here.
people.
No, so what Lilith experienced as like seeing this was reading the surface thoughts of the person that they are talking to. So that was because the drunkard was looking at Lilith and was like, "Oh, I find you attractive." He thought back to something that he had done, thus becoming the surface thought. Then Lilith got to see that, and that was like, okay, yep, bang. So, but you can only do that once per day. So that has been used until the next dawn. So
Can I so if I just touch it, then I'll see people light up. That I can do that whenever. Or-
yeah, you can see that one anytime because that is
Okay.
like kind of.
Sure.
It's a little bit of flavor text. It's also a little bit of
Sure.
This is where your proficiency bonus comes in.
Yeah.
By the way, I am going to give you now your proficiency on insight. I'm ready to see how this.
I mean,
Sorry. Diversity when evil sentient gun uses neo pronouns.
that's incredible.
Make it our tagline.
Shout out to first time chatter Squid Ray. Thank you, Squid. Or
First
Ray.
one's a fucking banger.
Absolutely.
If you would like to go look at your insight check now, Lilith.
I mean, you're also a bard, and so it doubles. What is it right now?
Pretty
It's in a
busted.
second.
I don't think it's changed yet.
Okay, you might want if you update your page.
I should
it
probably like refresh my page. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, it'll.
My
update for you.
insight is a +9.
Ooh,
All right, nice.
sickums.
Saucy.
Like that.
At level 5, that is kind of busted.
It's pretty saucy.
So, with that all happening, as Drazy and Lilith have finished this talk, or kind of have done their discussion, is everybody hopping on the back of the water taxi and going towards Dale's?
Yeah, Kyla's just gonna ask Shenjo as well, like en route. If Shenzhen had said, like, his elder cousin
Yeah.
had said anything to him, like in Dragon Turtle speak.
Yeah, whenever he was here with Fieron, you know how Shenzhen is. He's very stoic and he, like, kind of only really does what he thinks is within his honor code.
He's had a rough go of things. I think we can afford him a little
I
sympathy,
do.
bro.
Yeah, I kind of agree. He can be a little bit pretentious. That's maybe just because he's my cousin. But you know, man, it's just how it is. I let him be. I love him for who he is. Uh, he didn't say anything particular to me. But he did say hi. He asked how you were doing, and oh yeah, he said the other dragon riders are gonna be in at the end of the week.
Oh, cool. That'll be good to see a few. Yeah, I suppose. Thanks for doing this for us, by the way, man. I know. We've been asking a lot of you.
You've been asking me to move you back and forth to the school, my dude. I mean, it's the least I can do as your majestic steed.
My boy, and Kyler. What currently looks like is Kyler being uncharacteristically quiet, but then out of nowhere just grabs the neck and starts going like a fucking dog. Like,
Yeah, to everybody else, it kind of looks like Kyler has just like started to like chokehold Shanjo out of nowhere.
I love him, and that yeah.
After this little discussion, maybe a minute and a half later, you are now at the shores, at the edge of Agalane where Dales is. You bypassed the smaller island that the school is on, and you went up to the shore where Dales is. All of you get off of Shanjo and climb up this kind of small incline towards the main street. It clicks with you. This is still kind of the back end of Freshers Week. As you get up to the top, I don't think Americans have Freshers Week.
We have orientation.
Yeah. Orientation, like all the parties and all that kind of stuff that goes on. It's still kind of going on as you get up to the street and you see loads of like roving groups of students, tall, short, huge groups, very small groups, like one or two people. It all kind of mashes together, but you can see there in the distance, like it's just above the heads of the crowds and the masses, the blinking neon fluorescent sign of Dales, like a beacon in the darkness.
The beacons are lit.
The beacons are lit.
Oh, yes.
Dales calls for
Dales
aid.
Pray.
But you do see the like neon sign of Dales in the distance above the crowd. So it's fairly easy to kind of like push your way and like maneuver through everyone. And as you enter Dales, it is busy, it is booming, it is blasting, music is going, everything's pumping. You've most definitely come here on it may be the middle of the week, but that does not change the fact that this is like a bustling, lively nightclub currently.
Is it loud in here? Do you guys think it's loud? I think it's loud. I can hear very, very well. I can hear very high frequencies that landwalkers can't. Did you know that we have an alarm in our house that beeps every fucking day? It's like, I think it's a D9. Like, I think that's the pitch. I have relative pitch. Shall we get a drink?
Yeah,
Jolene
you can
is
tell me
currently-
what you think.
Do you want a drink? Like,
Yeah, Kyler, I know you don't blink.
they're not supposed to know that. I just said, do you want a drink?
No, his favorite color is black. It's not pink. Tyler, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go get a drink, guys.
Who
I'm
mentioned
going.
a sink?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink too.
Yeah,
Kyler
let's
pulls
Let's
Kyler
just go
pulls out
get a
an
drink.
Kyler pulls out an appropriate tie that just has the words "Do you want a drink?" on it. Sometimes the tie is a message, okay, and sometimes the tie is just the tie.
Geraldine is attached to Alaska's hip, trying to catch up and see where she's been.
Geraldine's in the real world.
Geraldine, wow!
Oh my god!
I know you don't know.
Mr.
Don't worry.
I know. Lilith is just gonna.
Oh my god! I said
You did
Yeah,
say
you
Alaska.
said Alaska.
That's why we were like.
Oh my god! You know what I
I love how long it took for you to cop that. That's what we meant.
Yeah.
The penny didn't drop from head height, it dropped from a fucking Boeing 747.
Shut up! I'm doing my best.
Yeah. Lilith is just gonna kind of give Geraldine a look like she just looks tired. This is the worst that Lilith has looked in a while. And she's just gonna look at you like, there's a story for you. Like, I gotta catch you up on some shit.
Kronk's not with us, right?
Gronk is not.
No.
Oh,
Do I have- Does GB have multiple forms of credit cards?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just making sure that I'm like not out of money, even though Kronk has one of my credit cards.
No, GB has Rockle Pay, which is like you can pay with your Pixie.
Like your Pixie? Okay,
Yeah. So
great.
shots for the house. Rockle Pay. You use Rockle. Okay, Rockle Pay. So yeah. Well, it's either Rockle Pay or
Orange Pay.
Orange.
I know, yeah, Orange Pay.
You still use the Queen's money, Eli?
Jesus.
Orange, you're gonna pay.
Orange, you're gonna pay?
I know.
No.
I know
Now I'm
most
gonna
people.
dine and dash.
Sorry.
I know
guys,
most people prefer to
hold on a
use
second.
like.
I heard an explosion.
Belfast.
Yeah, that's some
Fireworks.
New
I
York
want
City
to make
shit.
sure it's fireworks.
And not like your kitchen, or
No, it'd be
No, it was outside.
There's a
It was
chance.
outside.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
chance it's just a
Yeah.
Belfast explosion. You know, like
Yeah.
you know how in New York you get like
New York City.
Gunshots or fireworks? What are they?
You know, New York is
Keeping the housing market under control is what it is.
Look,
Belfast. is
I'm an
Molotovs.
Irish nationalist, and the loyalists have been making a lot of threats over the past couple of days. You
They
can't
have.
be too fucking careful.
that orange money was just the last crack.
Yeah,
I was like,
I love how it was like
They're listening.
immediately after I made the joke.
13 of the 15 viewers in here, loyalists.
Oh shit.
Our loyalist hitman.
As you guys are kind of like, you know, maneuvering your way through the club to do all this, I'm going to ask this to Kyler because I can totally imagine it being like what he does. Kyler, do you dance your way across the floor to like fit in and like you know?
I didn't even mention it, Mux, because I thought it was so apparent that everyone would envision Kyler going and just fucking like with a bladed weapon strapped to his back in a suit. It's a very bizarre image. It looks like a wedding that
It does-
Poseidon attended.
Does Trina
Right.
have a tie?
Yeah, does Trina
doesn't
have a tie?
Trina doesn't have a
No,
tie.
Trina doesn't have a tie. Trina has three.
Three
ties.
ties?
They're all different.
Absolutely.
Each prong has a different personality.
Well, it does represent the crack in the sun and the Holy Coast. So maybe maybe I don't know.
Holy Coast.
Everyone groans together.
as Kyler kind of like
Shimmy.
some form of discotheque Agent 47 moves across the dance floor with a fucking trident strapped to his back. You kind of follow in the path that Kyler makes as people get out of the way of a weapon. And find yourselves at the bar. But it is a very busy bar, and you're maybe about 3 rows back from being at the bar.
I guess Kyler's willing to wait. Kyler wants to talk to Dale. And in the meantime, I guess just look around, make small talk, introduce himself to people because that's what you do at a club. I imagine at one point someone tries to kiss him because he goes hi, whoa, whoa, I'm flattered, but I don't know you.
Keep some room for Jesus crustacean.
Damn.
Slow your roll there, Landwalker. Yeah. As you kind of lean over to say oh, can we talk to Dale? As this very, very drunk elf turns around and immediately as your face is here, turns around and goes and goes to kiss you, and you just no. At which point they look very embarrassed and move out of the group that is waiting for drinks.
Should I try that again?
Sorry. As you after a while, are you guys all just willing to wait until you can get up there, or is somebody going to try and make a move to get there slightly earlier?
Lilith contemplates the party foul.
Yeah.
Dude, I know I'm not there right now. I gotta know.
I'm gonna persuade my way, or intimidate. Let me intimidate these people out of my way.
Damn, this could use some persuasion.
Yeah.
Everybody out!
This might be some persuasion.
So it's packed in there, right?
It is
Is
packed.
Fabrian in there?
I mean,
You
I'm
don't
not
know
in
you're
there.
not
So
Maybe.
I
there.
can't look.
I
But,
don't think any of the other guys care enough to look.
Yeah,
No,
definitely
definitely
not in
not.
our sphere of reference.
Kronk will be
Yeah.
joining the party soon enough. He'll get his shopping done in a bit.
All right.
But I'll Kyler can text you where Dale's bring your tie. So it's we are, and there's the R is capitalized, we are, and it's R. At
Boys are
sign Dale's, but with a Z, and then drink, bring your tie emoji.
I never.
Mandem
this is
outing.
all every word is capitalized, of course. I never took my tie off, and with just and then a space before the punctuation, and a lot of exclamation points.
I love that we're. I love
Damn,
that
that's how I text.
we're homestucking our characters and defining the way that they
The way they
text.
text.
It's incredible.
GB's queen of no capitalization, no punctuation, run-on sentences.
Yep. I feel like Drazian is proper punctuation.
Drazian is proper punctuation, ever. There's no need
Yeah,
for spell
absolutely.
check because it's done fucking absolutely immaculately.
Lilith, this
And-
is all lowercase. Nothing is
Yeah,
capitalized.
lowercase, but everything's in different messages. So
Yeah.
when you want to say something, it's 19 messages of 8 words
And
each.
Lilith
Yeah.
does use periods. That's the only punctuation.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
each sentence is a new text. She is
Yeah.
she's
never mind full stop.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I've got to say, I text I text like
I
Lilith.
text like Lilith.
I don't
yeah,
do the
like,
full
also-
stop.
I
But
don't look. Yeah. No,
I'll reply
I
to
mean,
one text with 7.
Yep.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
like
all
this.
We're all we know what we are.
Yeah, I'm sorry I am this way, but it
I'm a slut for a paragraph. What can I say?
couldn't relate. If it's not, if I don't take up the entire iMessage screen, it's not it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as you Kronk and Kyler are texting back and forth. Kronk, you'll probably be here in about 15 minutes once you've finished making sure that they've got your order correct.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't want to harass a retail worker, but you're also putting in a huge order, and you want to make sure that you're getting what you pay for.
mhm. Oh, and
Level of
What
things.
GB pays for.
Yeah,
I
sure.
also imagine that this retail worker isn't an underpaid, I don't give a fuck retail worker. It's somebody who's oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know more about what you're talking
Yeah.
about than you do, and I can
For
actually make
once.
recommendations.
Yeah,
Somebody
100%. Sort of like, just like a guy who works in the Best Buy, just,
Yeah,
doing what he-
that's exactly what I was thinking. Actually,
Yeah.
The best of the best.
Except he's
Like-
paid a proper wage that he deserves.
Exactly.
yeah.
There's no minimum wage in this world is just, okay, what do you need to live plus enjoy your life?
Universal basic fucking income.
Exactly.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Universal based income.
Yeah, let's all just move to fucking Finland, guys.
As this is going on, after a couple of minutes, the crowd does not just disperse. There's still some people there, so I believe Lilith was saying it might be time for some intimidation or persuasion.
Yeah, I'll do a persuasion.
Okay.
And
Yeah, what are you doing to like? Are you just trying to like ask people, "Oh, can I get past?" Or are you like trying to like what are you doing?
It's time to play gun or slut.
Yeah,
Incredible.
New T-shirt. New T-shirt.
Times of like gun or
slut.
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 Damn.
Why not both? No, she's. Yeah, she's just. That's why I feel like. Yeah, she's gonna do a persuasion. So she's gonna just try to like. She's just gonna completely almost transform personalities. Like, she has been grumpy this whole time. And she's just gonna become this ultimate party girl, like, yeah, hey! And like, her way to the front.
Undoes the body safe rope and begins to use it as like a harness, like a party harness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good to your
You're
pentagram
in a
harness.
chosen
Yep.
You're in a
slut.
ska band? That's so cool.
That's so cool. Wow.
Oh my god, how many
Drazian is
Twitch
just very
followers do you
obviously
have?
ogling her the entire time,
God.
just looking like with attraction, but also supreme pride.
Oh yeah, she's just
Okay.
you're gonna turn and be like, who is that?
Oh wow, Apex
My slut.
Legends? I've never heard of that. Are you
Oh my
good?
god! Wow.
You're a Twitch affiliate? Oh my god.
That is so cool.
But 2 average viewers is really good. You've almost got that affiliate status.
No, babe, the ones with big viewership scare me.
Yeah, exactly. So for some reason I feel like I have forgotten how to use D&D Beyond. Do I just hit my charisma and then I thought
You just hit your persuasion.
If you're
That's
using
what I thought, but
persuasion, yeah,
it
you see
won't,
that
there's
there's a little
There-
like plus 11 beside it.
it's not
Plus
clickable.
11. There's no box around it.
No, that's why I was like, what's happening here?
You're
Because
probably not logged in.
I am logged in. Oh
Oh,
my
I can
god,
roll for
I'm
Lois.
logged
She-
in as Chris!
Yeah, that'll be why.
There you
The
go.
last time.
So it turns
oh
out
my god.
with
Oh
the
my-
extension, I just rolled as Lilith and got a 19. So, like,
I was wondering
I-
earlier, I was like, why can't I roll any of this stuff? I was so confused when I was trying to roll insight. I was like, what
can't
is
believe
happening?
It's been so long you were here that the last I streamed at your computer
Oh, wow.
more recently than you streamed on your computer. That's wild.
Okay, so should I roll a persuasion check now that I can do that?
Yes, go ahead.
I was so confused. That's a 17.
Yeah, which means that was a 6 and still got a 17.
Still 17.
Wild.
Yeah, you know, kind of with like
How do yeah, your tits look great. Like
no, I don't know if any of you guys have seen like the episode of Community where Abed becomes like the RoboCop of insults, and
No.
he just like he gets this like overlay in his vision where like people become highlighted and it's like insecurities, what to insult. It's that but reversed, so you get like how to flirt with them, and it's almost like this like overlay vision, this fucking eagle sense of how the fuck do I get this person to do what I want. and you just deftly move your way to the front of the crowd. People, like some people, don't even realize that you have spoken to them before you're like two people away. All of a sudden, they're just kind of bewildered and bewitched by like a purple tiefling turning them round, talking to them, bombarding them with compliments, and then moving on to the next person, and they're kind of like in a drunken daze of what just why have five people walked past me? What? As you carve a way through, and now you and the group are up at the front of the bar. Dale is not currently working at the bar, but there are a number of different bartenders who are running back and forth and doing, like serving drinks, pouring shots, making cocktails, that kind of thing. And it maybe only takes maybe a minute before you get the attention of one of them, who is this kind of a dwarf, but very like thin for a dwarf. Still stocky by most people's standards, but for a dwarf, it's kind of like very thin. And as she kind of like climbs up on this little like step ladder to like look over the bar at you, you can see she goes, "What can I do you for?"
Oh, me, I guess. I'm gonna turn to Kyler and be like, I don't know, why are we here?
What did you need?
What did you need?
I got us here. Your turn.
I need to see the boss, but like you usually know what you want to drink, right? I mean, you've had some practice.
Hey, I'm gonna have
Wow.
3 shots of whiskey and none for the blue one.
Yeah, no, I'm good. It can't. I found out today, alcohol can't affect me anymore because now I know that it doesn't. Isn't that so weird? I think it's called the placebo effect.
I think they call it the Hasbro effect.
The
Yeah.
Hasbro effect? Yeah. The Haribo effect.
Incredible.
Kids and grown-ups love it so, the happy world of Haribo.
It turns out the real alcohol was inside me all along.
Damn,
I'm
son.
dying
Go to
internally.
therapy.
I thought it was a D's nuts joke.
Yeah, but as Kyler did find out in the last session, being a paladin, you can still get drunk, but you can't develop alcoholism. So
What's the point?
Which is really the end goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, so
Um,
can Kyler feel the effects of alcohol or not? That's
Kyler can feel the effects of alcohol because you can still you still feel physical effects like.
because I thought it was just that like Kyler can't be poisoned by alcohol, so Kyler can't get alcohol poisoning.
Can I get alcohol? Is it can I get alcohol poisoning? Or I thought it was like you can get drunk so long as you believe you're getting drunk. I thought that's how Rhett put it. Like was like, oh well, I take these things because they don't really affect me, like because I know they won't. I thought it was like that.
Yeah, that is what it is. You can still placebo yourself, but the physical like belief, like the physicality wise, you are immune to disease. You're immune to like most poisons and stuff. Not immune to like
So, the
damaging
night-
poisons, but you know
The
what I mean.
night that Kyler doesn't remember.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna.
Yeah, I was
Apparently-
thinking
Prong?
the pink goo.
The night that Kyler doesn't remember, he didn't have this paladin feature yet.
Okay.
But it would have been level 3, right? So
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, you could have used it then, buddy.
What if Kyler just had been like, "Oh, you didn't remember, bro"?
It was like, yeah.
We
He was
swore
sober
not
the
to
whole-
talk about it.
Yeah, he was sober the whole time.
Maybe it is like believing makes it so. So it's like just remember forehead. Like
Pretty much.
you know how like in the smash hit BBC drama Sherlock, fucking convinced him he could gaslit himself. Is that what Kyler's doing? Like, Kyler's gaslit himself to think he was drunk.
Amnesia. Just remember.
Just remember, forehead. Just think for a second, goddammit. Oh.
But yeah, so that's all diseases. So, you know, like, God forbid, I had it, so I can make this joke. God forbid we ever have a player, or like, like, have you ever seen the SNL sketch, and it's like the most evil person in the world? It's like, this is a robot that gives kids cancer.
Yeah.
My time has come.
Kyler can't. Kyler can't get cancer, can't get like any form of autoimmune disease. Kyler's immune to ALS, but
If
he's still
COVID ever happened, he'd be like, "What are you guys talking about?"
Kyler's an anti-vaxxer.
He's not gonna wear a mask at all. He'd be like, "Why are you guys wearing masks for?"
I don't get it. Like,
Landwalker
I don't get
things.
it. The Landwalker things. You guys are wearing
The
masks.
Deep
That's
One
weird.
gave us cure disease for a reason, bro. We don't need to wear masks.
Have you ever heard of Greater Restoration? Like,
I do my own research, thanks.
Kyler, you need to wear a mask. I am. What are you talking about? I can see your
I'm
mouth. I don't
masking right
breathe
now.
with this. Takes off the scarf. I breathe with these. Puts the scarf on.
That's the tie.
Don't
Actually.
breathe air, forehead. Dives into fountain.
Oh God. But yes, with all this happening, the dwarf does kind of like nod and goes, I'll go get him for you. So 3 whiskeys and the boss, not a problem." Turns around, goes over to one of the shelves, pours out some whiskey shots, puts them in front of Lilith, Drazian, and Geraldine, and then disappears into the back room that is kind of connected to the bar, like where the kegs and stuff would be. It disappears into there. As you guys are then now standing at the bar, everybody takes their shots. Yeah.
It's obviously. Oh my god.
How dare you assume otherwise?
Shots,
As you down-
shots.
As you down your shots and put the shot glass back on the table, Dale is now walking out of the back room, kind of like wiping his hands with, you know, like the bar rag that like sometimes you'll see
Yep,
like,
sits
the
in your belt.
managers.
Yep.
Sits
Hey,
in the
kids.
belt.
Ah, what do you got? I was just jerking off. You're
How
bothering
you doing?
Kyler's gonna spread his arms like, "Hey, buddy," like kind of. Then I'll say it just like that kind of thing, like, "We're back," that kind of thing.
He kind of walks out, like wiping his hands off on the bar rag, and he looks up and he sees the four of you,
Immediately
and
turns around.
he goes, "How you folks doing? How you been? How you been? Where's? Oh no, something to the big guy."
No, he's fine. He's
No.
just shopping.
He's on the way. Kyle's gonna hold
Yeah,
up
he'll be here soon.
his picture.
What can I do for you? Do you guys, if you're calling for me, do you need me here? Do you want to come into the office and talk?
Yeah, let's go somewhere we can hear ourselves think properly.
Okay, office, yeah.
He goes round to the side of the bar and kind of lifts up like the flap that's at the end of the bar and ushers you guys through into the office. He turns around and he says to one of the workers, he like whispers something in their ear. You don't quite catch it, but you gather it's probably when the big guy comes, send him through. And he ushers you guys into this. It's a very modest looking office. It's kind of these bare brick walls. There's one desk with like a computer on it, like a monitor with a Pixie attached that kind of like displays everything. And he sits down in his chair. There's unfortunately only one other chair in front of the
Dibs.
desk.
Dibs.
By the time Dale comes into the room, Kyler's already sitting there, arms crossed. like one leg over the other and like a very, we're here to do business.
In his suit.
Yeah.
It's the gentle minions, Kyler.
Gentleman Skylar. As this happens, Dale kind of looks at you and goes, "So, what can I do for you?"
Well, I don't know if you've heard. There's been a bit of social media hubbub, but we're kind of throwing a rager this weekend, and I know that's one of your busiest days. However, I think you may have a chance to do a al fresco, je ne sais quoi,
I don't think those words mean what you think they mean.
Make eye contact with Lilith. Just go.
Lilith is just in the back corner, like. I'm gonna be
real with you. I don't think those words mean anything because that's not a language that exists in this world.
Fuck French, I guess.
They don't even have France.
French people have never
no need for France.
So essentially, we're throwing a rager, and Kyle's gonna flip on to his what did we have a name for Twitter? But like Twitter account, and kind of slide the pexi along the table, which whatever the rock, yeah, however many likes it has at this point, and then goes, you can look at who's RSVP'd and whatever. But we're throwing a rager, and we figured, well, people might bring their own drinks, but maybe they want some quality Dales, and maybe you'd like a chance to do a sort of student event, I know some of the alums are going, like a lot of students. You can hand out business cards. It could be a whole thing, man.
Shaquille O'Neal coming.
Shaquille O'Neal is gonna be there.
Shaquille O'Neal, that Loxodon sports player?
Yeah, he's actually only. You know how many 3-pointers he ever scored?
Gotta be like hundreds, right? I mean, he's famous.
No, shockingly, he played all those seasons. He's like a 3-time championship. He only ever scored 1 3-pointer. The rest were dunks, just because his natural height.
Yeah, that's because it's the Shaq shot.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I don't believe this. He reaches up and he rips down the Shaquille O'Neal Loxodon poster that he has. I don't believe this. I'm betrayed.
See, this is why we lost the last episode, guys. Come on.
There goes our sponsorship.
It's like a high quality action shot of a Loxodon slam dunking.
Well, Lilith again is just gonna look over at Geraldine like,
why?
Kyler will tap as well as us to talk like the who liked and like who's liked it and stuff, and just kind of flick through them, stopping at points of interest.
Dale kind of like, as you're scrolling through, looks through and goes, "Yeah, I see.
My dad like this? What?
What the fuck?"
He's in my rock sphere. Did you not know this?
I'm in his rock sphere, bro.
My rock orb. Quick, ponder the
pondering.
Pondering
Pondering the rock orb.
Dale kind of like looks up at you and goes, "You really had this whole thing like planned out to come in and convince me to do this, didn't you?"
Yeah, I mean, I figure you have such a respect for me.
You had no idea that we do outside catering. That's a service that we provide.
Geraldine's gonna lean over to Draze and go, "It's too bad we didn't bring the easel with us."
Yeah, that would have made it funnier.
So you say.
Pulls out a bag of holding entire PowerPoint.
Drazian opens his satchel and like it looks like a mini whiteboard, but suddenly it just expands. It's like if Tyler can have the like jacket of ever producing ties, Drazian has the ever expanding whiteboard. Is like that's what you thought.
The folding whiteboard of information PowerPoints.
You know how in World of Warcraft you have bags that are larger than normal, but they can only fit profession-based things? Kyler has that, but for like business-type things, easels, PowerPoints,
A full projector, a
ready.
podium.
podiums, ties, all of these things.
And the,
Stays ready.
the top pocket only produces staplers.
But no staples.
Outside catering. I understand. Mikhail's gonna just kind of nod for a second, like, this is task failed successfully. Like,
Like guild name.
Leans back to the party. What's outside catering?
I gotta look at Kyler and be like, Kyler, outside catering can take place indoors also. It just means outside of Dale's. It doesn't have to be just outside. It can be inside our house also.
thank you. That's very helpful.
You're welcome.
However, I did kind of okay. Then I mean, if you're on board, I mean, I thought I would have to give you the hard sell. I thought you'd have to see what a wonderful opportunity this was to ply a trade. But I understand. It's an absolute slam dunk, much like our good friend and guest, Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay. Yeah. I know your dad. And you guys have been good. You've been some of the most respectful students this year. I'll give you a bit of a.
Really? That's terrifying. Jeez.
I mean, you've been fairly respectful to me, other than your friend there. And he points to Lilith. But I do respect the hustle.
Thanks,
good.
Dale.
Yes.
So,
Real recognizes real.
That is
Realize,
true, that is true.
realize.
So he kind of looks through the books, like he kind of has these like different like folders of transactions and stuff, and he goes, "So how many are you looking to cater for?"
How many likes is this rock on now?
By the time it is like at this point, the social media platform is Rock, but you squawk on Rock.
Okay. She squawk all over my rock to like.
I could have lived my entire life.
You're gonna squawk on my
I
rock to like.
I sure would have liked to not ever heard that.
I think I would have liked it.
I'm sick of these. I'm sick of these fucking squawks on Rock. I'm gonna block. As he like, as you go and look at it, it's now sitting at about 18,000 likes.
Okay, so like conservatively, let's divide that by like 3 and go for like just drinks. We don't really need food, but should we say like 6,000 people?
Color, is the area around the house that big? Never mind the house.
He like
The house,
look-
I'm literally looking around like, we can't fit that many
We can't
people
fit
in
that
there.
many people there. On this.
Into the house? No, like the fields. We've got the fields.
How many acres of land is around the fucking house?
but no, that you guys own about 1.5 acres.
That's not fitting 6,000.
That's not fitting 6,000 people.
It's not, but it's not, is it?
No.
But that's a Cass knows that.
Drazian is smart enough to know this too. Calla, that's not going to work. Like, it's going to be like, it would probably be like a couple of hundred max for 1.5 acres.
So, I mean, I've googled it. If you want to.
I don't know. I fit a few hundred people in a 3-bedroom house before. We could do it.
It says packed as tightly as possible. You could fit 34,000 people in an acre.
Yeah, that's packed as tightly as possible.
Yeah, but we're not at 34,000, right? Like, you divide that by like.
There must be a
6
website
almost.
where you can envision this.
There must be. We could also just
I think
ask
we
the
could do
neighbors,
it.
like, "Hey, we're having a party. We're going to invite you to the party, so you'll let us have the party." That's an option.
Oh, college.
College, just my whole life. Primary school, and also now. Like,
Don't call the cops. There's an invite. No noise complaints,
Literally.
please.
no noise complaints if you invite the neighbors.
Yep. Big brain.
Let's see. Sorry, I was trying to see. I was trying to like figure out in my map in my head there. There's a space not far from like a place that me and like Eli have gone before. Called Tubby's Farm, which is where there was a festival called Sunflower Fest.
Sunflower Fest.
I was trying to see how big it was, but yeah, Tubby's Farm is 27 acres, and about 3,000 people go, and that is packed.
Ready jammed.
Okay, we'll have to figure out how to turn people away then.
This is the moment where I think Lilith goes, charge admission. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, about that. It does seem like that's gonna be too many people for the amount of space that we have. We should be more discerning about who is allowed.
See, I hear you, but it was part of a whole affair of honor thing, like where I was like, oh, if you believe I'm gonna be the world's #1 adventurer, you should come to the party, and like I kind of need lots of people to go to that. Like it's an honor thing. But I hear you. We can't do security because that's just a party foul. I don't agree with security. Ugh. We could ask the neighbors if we could like use their space. I don't mind doing litter picking. Trina's great for that. What do you think, GB?
I'm good with whatever. That's a lot of people in a small area, though. So, like, unless you're planning on putting them in or on the water.
That's possible. I mean, lots of people prefer the water. I prefer the water.
Well, you do, but a lot of landwalkers do not. Khaled, have you ever seen a can of sardines?
You are a can of sardines? No.
Like a school?
Like a group of sardines?
No. You know how some landwalkers, not me, because I don't partake in this. But,
Not me.
Not me, but partake in the consumption of sardines. You get them on land, and they come in these really tightly packed cans. That is what is gonna happen if we allow loads of people here, and there's gonna be accidents, and people are gonna get hurt, and your honor's gonna go down, because that's gonna give you a bad reputation for being unresponsible and allowing a lot of people to fucking
And a bad
die.
host.
Yeah, bad host. You don't want to be a bad host.
I heard what you said, and I have an idea now. Boat party. People bring their own boats.
Most people don't have boats, Kyler.
That's not what BYOB stands for.
Bring your own boat. I can totally see people come with their own boats. I mean, honestly, I've met lots of people who own boats. That's because I live in the ocean. That's why. Yeah.
Yes, most students do not own boats.
Are boats hard to get?
Yes, their boats are very expensive. They're very, very expensive, Kyler. It's only people who
are they?
Only people who are very rich own boats.
I think we have a couple boats.
Yes, see?
Yeah,
My point.
Hey, aren't you like Venice? Or not Venice. Venice doesn't exist. Aren't you like, I was going to say Belgium. Belgium also doesn't exist. You don't own any boats, Dre, is my point?
No, well, my situation's weird because I no longer have access to any of my family fortune. Dale, I'll elaborate in a second. No, but the kingdom had access to a fleet of ships. Yes, for military purposes, and my grandfather owned a boat, but that's because he was literally the fucking king. Most people don't own boats.
What if we
Why don't we-
scratch the boats and we make it like a pool party as well, but like in the lake?
I think people are gonna drown.
Yeah, alcohol and swimming.
Yeah.
Why don't we
I've
just
seen this true
charge
crime
people
before.
to get in?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Charge people to get in. Admission fee, that'll turn away
And then
any
you can.
naysayers you don't really want. And then you can
Yeah.
brand it as this like exclusive type thing that only the best of the best get to party with the great Kylo Crestwave III.
You're talking
Or-
a lot of sense.
Or just the people with money get to party with Kyler, which is not as cool.
I did kind of say like the whole thing was if you have an adventurer's badge. So that's it. If they don't have an adventurer's badge, they can't come in, right?
Kylo, we are in a town that is home to the biggest adventuring academy in the world. The majority of people here in this town have a fucking adventurer's badge.
We could just wing it.
Let's just wing it.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Like,
As long as
Everyone
someone
gets
touches
alcohol
my
poisoning,
stuff.
fights on Shenjo's back, and falls off and dies. Probably.
can we make them sign a wafer? Is that
A wafer?
Before they
Yeah. We can draw something up.
I do wanna point out. I know I'm not there, but there was already the idea of fights happening on Shenja's.
No,
back.
but they fall off and die is the issue.
Well,
so
into
they
the
sign off
water?
before?
It's
Alright.
water.
Uh,
You can't die in water.
Better than a foam pit.
Dale, there is a bar in
Adriana, I'm thinking about you.
Dale. There's a bar that you can use to set up base inside the house. We have a bar upstairs in the house, so you can.
Oh,
use that-
whoa,
use that.
whoa. You guys are expecting me to do the catering personally?
No, you were going to be one of our honored guests,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
what?
I didn't mean you in particular, but whoever.
Okay.
Whoever,
'Cause
whichever
I-
one is.
I would, but it would cost extra, of course, because at that point I'm bringing flair and I'm bringing experience. You know, you're not paying for the 2 minutes it takes me to make a drink. You're paying for the 15 years of learning how to make the drinks.
No, Dale, you've done a lot for us. We want if you can have a night off to come and like party with us and have a good time.
I'm sure there's some of the old
yeah.
guard. I mean, and you've still got your badge somewhere, right? I mean, we know you, but
You see, he kind of like he opens up a drawer on his desk and he like ruffles through it and he brings out his badge and sets it down and he goes, "I ain't used the thing in years, but yeah, I got it."
Rank
cool.
is-
Then you can.
Yeah, what rank is Dale, son of Dale?
I have this down here. Give me una secondo.
Should be like Lich.
He's like Tarask.
yeah, he's in the 10 and you just haven't told us.
Please, please let Dale, son of Dale, be one of the 10. It wouldn't make my entire life.
I don't think he is.
He's. I know roughly where he is, but it's not Tarask.
It's not Tarask.
I can tell you, it's not Tarask.
No.
It's
like
like
a
second.
spring rabbit.
It's like second tier. I know that.
Yeah, Dale Son of Dale is in and around usually Pet Fiend Lich.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He could break through that barrier, but he focused more
But he runs a
on-
bar.
Yeah.
Honestly, mood.
Yeah, same.
He is
I
he is
feel.
arguably stronger than that, but he's like, I can't be fucking bothered.
Yeah, and like Dale's whole reasoning was like after the fucking attack, wanted to keep his ear close to the ground to make sure that like no fuckery happens in Agalane. So like if an attack happens again, he's the first to fucking know. So he's not exactly like gone out on further stuff to up his rank because he's like a rank is a rank that this is more important.
So is he Baylor or Pet Fiend? Is that where?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can we
I'm-
not tell? Just
He as he kind of wipes it off. So I thought you were like asking in general.
yeah.
More specifically, as he wipes it off, he's Baylor.
Cool.
Again, he's arguably combat-wise stronger than that, but he just hasn't gone out to do the things.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Kyler kind of goes a little bit seeing a high badge. Like, cool.
Cool.
Kyler gets a little like shiver, just.
Ooh, mama.
Yeah, it's not as cool as Dad's, but it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's all right. It's all right.
As you guys are, as he pulls this out and throws it on the table, Kronk, at this point, you kind of, the door swings open and Kronk steps through, kind of like hunched and with his shoulders together to fit through the door, like, normally. Because this is Dale's office, so it's a human-sized door, rather than the usual kind of like extra large doors that are in most places to accommodate the larger races. This is a human-sized door, so you do kind of have to like squanch yourself down and go through, and then you can stand back up in the room, and everybody's there. The whole group is wearing ties. Dale's adventurer badge is out on the table, and he's kind of cleaning the dust off of it. And it looks a little bit like a shakedown because Kyler is sitting in the chair and the other three are like standing behind him. So it does look a little bit like you come here to collect our money.
And you tell me this, you come into my daughter's house, my house on the day my daughter's to be married and ask me to do catering for money.
Outside.
Kronk walks in and sees that they're talking and just doesn't really say anything. He just kind of lets the conversation continue.
Do we hear Kronk come in?
Probably.
I didn't hear Kronk kind of...
Yeah,
I'll
I
make a
was
stealth
wondering,
check.
like,
No. I'll make a stealth check. Hang on.
Everybody within like a 20-foot radius can hear Kronk coming.
ooh.
Yeah, I know that's right.
11. Alaska.
What's everyone's passive perception? Mine is 11.
17. So I guess I noticed pretty immediately.
Yeah, anybody with a passive perception above 11, sorry, at or above
Okay, I was
11.
gonna say Kyle's is exactly 11.
Yeah, at or above 11, you do notice Kronk entering as the door kind of creaks against his bulking form. Even like if you went sideways, the kind of way you'd have to like arch your back and duck your head, you would still be pressing on either side of the door. But everybody notices Kronk come in, and Kronk, you just kind of find your way in behind Kyler, who's sitting down. And Dale at this point goes, okay, so yeah, if you folks are wanting some outside catering, we can do that. It's now you're sure 6,000 people are gonna be there?
I don't know, man. I didn't really think this entirely through.
What?
I know, it's so unlike me. But listen, did you ever have this guy at school or girl or neither, who just really rubbed you the wrong way? Well, actually, this dickhead, he said, for the past 45, he wasn't there. What was it? He was like, how do he sound? He sounded like this a little bit. He said the past 45 years of my generation family clutch brood have graduated from so even your year seems thunder. He's an air genasi. Do you have that kind of guy who was like, like, you know?
Oh yeah, I had his older brother.
His older brother. What was he called? Lightning.
No, I think that's one of the cousins out of family. No, his older brother was Gust.
Gust.
Yeah.
That's a name people have. Okay. Basically, it was a whole affair of honor thing. He said some mean stuff about my old man. He said some mean stuff about the the trading card geeks. The trading card players. And I just wanted to do a little something to show him up. Can you bring in a huge stockpile of booze? And we'll give you a down payment and you can sell booze. Would that work? We don't need like food. We don't
You're
need food.
doing this to show up his family?
Yeah.
I'll give you fucking booze for free.
My fucking brother in Jesus Crustacean. Let's go!
You're still going to pay for the labor. You don't get free labor. That's not right.
No, well, you
Wouldn't
don't own
dream
that
of
labor.
it.
You don't own that
Wouldn't dream of
labor under, Marx. So, your employees do, which we pay, but you own the stock. So, and Kyle's gonna stand up and just go for a general group hug and see arms spread and see who. It's quite easy to slip past if you don't want in it. It's not a grab, but it's like, come on.
Tyler's grappling the Mandem right now.
I'll be a good sport.
Jay's a good sport. Lilith,
Should be able to do
Geraldine.
it.
I mean,
Yeah,
Kronk,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, Kronk's in it.
Kronk sweeps everyone in.
Oh,
Tyler might not have grappled us, but Kronk absolutely is.
Kyler's got his arms around everyone, then Kronk puts his arms around Kyler. So it's like that.
Dale at this point does kind of lean over and pat because Dale was on his side of the desk, so it was just your side of
It's just like a. Oh yeah. I was
Dale
gonna say the
kind of-
desk is just in between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dale leans over the desk and pats Kronk's arms and goes, "That motherfucker Gust. He stole my passing grade."
He stole your passing grade. How does he do that? Over the shoulder, I realize. Over Kronk's arm.
Whenever I was in my third year at True Arms, there are some classes that only a select number of people can pass. They award you certain privileges and, certain bonuses to your ranking. And that motherfucker stole my spot in the class. I was prepped. I had the goal in my sight. It was roguery and thuggishness. So, you either go one or two routes there. You either go charming and sneaky, or you go in heavy hitting and intimidating. And I was gonna be charming. I was gonna make sure that they got everything that they wanted, and I also got my part of the bargain. And Gust. That edge and nasty windbag, quite literally, motherfucker. Came along and you know what he did?
What did he do?
He turned into a fucking cloud.
My
He turned into
days.
turned into a fucking cloud. He went through the window and he stole it and then he left. How can you call yourself a rogue? How can you call yourself a rogue if your entire fucking premise of thievery is based off of turning into a cloud? This is the most upset you've ever seen Dale get. He is visibly.
This is a therapy session.
No one respects the classic ways anymore.
I know. I mean, what
Really
about
embarrassing for him.
frozen nitrogen on a door and a lock? That's a cool one.
Where's the
A
joy?
cool one, I get it.
Where's the joy in stealing if you don't get to know your mark first?
Where's the showmanship? What was the showmanship? The craft?
Apparently, the craft has turned into a fucking cloud.
No, not.
I mean-
none of
Go.
that.
I don't go and shoot somebody in the face in the ring. I put on a show. No offense, Lilith. I know you've got a different thing going on. Oh, hi, Lilith, by the way. It's been fun seeing you. I give Lilith a huge hug.
Bones start cracking a little bit,
As
Kronk.
Kronk gives you a hug, you hear Syl at the back of your mind. Oh, he's rather large.
Kill him. Do it now.
Do it
now.
Do it now.
Do it.
Yeah, Cal's gonna let everyone go at that point as well. We're kind of on like but maybe actually stay on Kronk's arm. Just if Kronk's arm's still available, just kind of lean into it like a pillar.
Ship it.
Like a cradling a child.
It's just like
Yeah.
I know that Kronk will drop whatever he's carrying to catch me. No, don't do it. I'm holding coffee.
Bye. So yeah, you can see Dale's getting like very upset at all this going on, and he kind of goes, "I'll provide you with. I don't think I got enough to do 6,000. I can do enough to do about 2,500. So you're gonna have to limit it at that. Anything past that, you're gonna have to pay for."
Well,
We'll put
what
up-
if we? I have an idea actually. I know that 6,000 sounds like a lot. I'm not good at numbers and math, but that sounds like a lot for just the one area. And I was thinking, we stand for the people, right? Like it was a heroic speech. Everyone, all the underlings, right? Everyone who's underspoken for. So everybody who's like third year and above or not at the school, they just got to bring their own alcohol, and we will provide alcohol services there for people who come in, and so we don't have to actually provide that many.
Like a equitable alcohol solution.
That's entirely up to you guys. All I know is I'm going to provide you enough to do 2,500, and anything past that, you're going to have to pay me. You're going to have to pay for the labor, but we'll sort that out at a later date.
Well, you know we're good. We're good for it, and also you know where we live. So
Your dad,
you know.
and I think you would cry if I told your dad that you weren't paying debts.
Yeah, you know me. I wouldn't undo it. I would do that. It's not the fact you could kill us or sleep if you had to. So it's cool.
I wouldn't do that. I would get
No.
my blade dirty.
You good?
Anyway, if that's all, I thank you all very much for coming. Big guy, you mind if I talk to you?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
The rest of y'all, feel free to hang out. If you want to stay in here, sit down, get a drink, do whatever you want. I got some other bottles of liquor in the cabinets. But if big guy could sit in the chair there, I need to talk to him about something.
No worries. Dale, can I grab you for something once you finish with it with Kronk as well?
Yeah, of course.
GB is gonna head out of the room and go
Yeah.
down to get a drink.
Lilith is heading with GB.
No problem. You guys kind of go off on your way. Back out into the party atmosphere, soaking it in, ordering drinks, doing that kind of thing. And knowing you two probably not paying for drinks for the rest of the night, using your feminine...
Lilith,
Feminine
persuasion.
wiles. Her feminine wiles. Yeah.
You really are the most devious bastard in Aguilane. What about the boys?
Kyle's gonna stand on up, pull the chair out for Kronk, and be like, "It's relatively comfortable. Just don't take it easy. I'm quite, but you're, so just be careful." Kyle's gonna pat his bicep, and like with the kind of dull, resounding sound of hitting a wall, and then grab Drazian and be like, You probably won't miss him coming out. Come on. Like,
Okay. You guys head out of the room as well. At this point, Dale looks at you, Kronk, and he goes, So I got some word on that thing you were looking for.
All right.
No, I didn't. You didn't be super specific about what you was looking for. So I had a few notions. I got this, and he kind of brings out a little like dossier like folder, and he puts it on the desk. There are a few people in there that could be good for you learning magic, if that's exactly what you're learning to do. That's the only real thing I was looking into, but each of them are skilled in their own different way. One of them here, and he kind of slides it over and he goes, promises to unlock your inner potential. Some sort of sorcerer bullshit, I don't know. Astrology and Star Child and things like that. Another one, he slides it across. Seems to be more the bookish type. More the, you sit down, you learn the incantations, you learn what makes up a spell, and then you can cast it. Wizards. There's this guy who says that anybody can cast magic if you got a good voice. A bard, I'm assuming. And I sincerely hope this doesn't come across as insensitive or racist or anything like that. But I found a mountain shaman. And, you being a Goliath and all, I thought that might be, maybe in your wheelhouse. Druidic mountain powers kind of thing. And he slides all these like little things across, and he goes, "Now I don't know if any of these are going to be any good to you, but it's what I could do. It's what I could find. Make sure they're reputable sources, and make sure that they're not the kind of people who are going to scam you like I would. If you weren't you, like if I was a magic teacher, I don't know magic, so it would be a scam. But
No, I understand, Dale. I understand. Which one of these do you think would be the best at identifying items? Like, if I brought them something, I said, "What is this?" If I showed my party, they might get mad at me. Or do you have a separate person that I might be able to talk to for specifically identifying items?
now, if that's what you're looking for, are you talking about magic items, or are you talking about items in general?
Magic items,
Okay.
like the cards I showed you.
You see that he kind of like goes into the desk again, and he looks through another couple of folders, and as he's looking through them, he keeps speaking. These were some people that I got information on, and I wasn't sure. Maybe they weren't exactly what you were looking for, or maybe I just didn't trust them. But if you're looking for that, and he pulls out one folder and he sets it down. No, I don't know what kind of magic this guy uses. I don't particularly understand exactly what his profession is, if that makes sense. But what I do know is that he calls himself a master of enchantment and magical items. Now, as far as I know, the only people who can do those kinds of things are wizards. But he don't give me wizard vibes. He's a smooth talker, a con man, a bard. But I don't know. It's up to you if you want to go for him. But he'd probably be your best bet for identifying magic items. I think he's actually in the club tonight.
Oh, he's in the club tonight. All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, he's he don't act like your typical spellcaster. He's sort of a playboy. Like he's a social butterfly. But he's someone I don't mind having around the club because he brings in money. But he's not someone that I would associate with personally. I'll leave it at that.
That's interesting. I understand. Thank you so much for finding this for me, Dale. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Dale at this point pulls out from the desk a large joint and just goes, "Got a partake?"
Go ahead. I have iron lungs. Ho ho ho. Stone, iron. It doesn't bother me.
And Dale takes a hit and then passes it to you.
Kronk like looks at it a little bit. He doesn't really do much a lot of the time, and he looks at it and
I
he
feel like
goes,
it's so tiny in Kronk's hand.
Yeah,
Like it's
like two gigantic stone fingers. And he goes,
Kronk's single draw burns the
Burns it
entire
half.
thing.
yeah. It's like the giant woman trend on TikTok.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Giant
and I
woman
go,
trend?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I on a side?
Hold on.
You
I
have me
can't on a
intrigued.
side.
You have me
I
intrigued.
can't well, I guess we're on a side of TikTok that no one else is a part of.
That's fine. We don't have
That's
to talk
fine.
about it.
It's fine.
So you send
It's-
me fucking biscuit lady TikToks, but you don't tell
Yes.
me about a goddamn giant lady?
Yeah, the
Chris,
trends
we're
are
being
like
left out here.
the trends are like these like they
Oh, they're
they
so
film it so
good.
they're down and so it looks like these people are really small and they hand like this other person like a big like a normal size thing and then it's
But
like
it just like looks tiny.
the camera is then like at the bottom and it's like a giant woman is like the sound and then she's holding like a miniature version of whatever they've
Yeah.
handed her.
All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman.
That's literally I think the sound that they've like slowed down or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds right.
Universe.
Yeah.
And all I want to see is see you become, see you be a giant woman.
Yeah.
Giant woman.
So I guess I'm just on Giantess TikTok, but you know,
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I guess that's where we are.
Alaska
Kat.
will stay here. It's fine.
It's fine.
So, oh, that was weird. Sorry. TikTok came up with an Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons clip, but like it was just an overlay of the video, so it was just my computer being weird.
Make sure you follow us on TikTok, by the way.
Yes, do make sure you follow us on
Advanced
TikTok.
Dungeons on TikTok.
If you go to
Just do ! links, and that will bring up the link
Was it-
tree.
links.
Yeah, it's just links.
Can I petition to have party socials changed to actual party sock with a K on it?
If you need, yes.
I mean, I
love
don't
a good,
need
I
it.
love a good party sock.
Yeah, like
Right, I'll change it.
commit to the meme.
I'm already on thing, Eli. Stream elements there. There, it's changed.
Right,
Oh,
so anyway,
brilliant.
Kronk,
Oh my
Kronk
God.
burned the joint.
You don't get this on Critical Role, I'll tell you that.
What's critical
Don't
role?
It's a fucking like it's like this but mid. I don't know. BRB about to go beef fucking Laura Bailey.
It's like this, but the fan base is a lot more ass.
Shockingly, I've not had a death threat yet.
That is shocking.
I honestly expected one by now.
Can't say the same for the BTS fandom.
The BTS fandom is currently sending. Oh, it's like you should kill yourself.
Best friends.
Oh, I love it.
The
I love
joke. You.
Uh,
Incredible.
So, as you kind of take this hit, Kronk,
Kronk's about to
Dale.
get stoned.
Dale,
Someone quick, just cast Stone Skin on him.
Dale takes the joint back, looking at it now, significantly gone, and just goes, "I love you, big guy, but don't think I'm gonna be sharing with you again."
It's one draw.
That's kind of my bad. I got big body, big lungs. Here's a couple of gold to compensate you. That's totally my bad. That's kind of a party foul, my guy.
He like waves it away and he goes, No, it's I completely understand. You probably your first time doing that by the looks of it. You didn't realize how much you would smoke.
It's been a second. Back in the circuits, kind of the minor wrestling circuits back in the day. I would be offered some every so often, but it'd be by Goliath friends, and so you should see the size of those joints. I'll tell you what, it looks like a foot and a half long. It's very comical looking. I used to give my shorter friends, and they have to hold it like this, and then you make penis jokes at them when they take a draw.
Yeah, I heard of those because they're like so big and make so much smoke. You call them dragons. So you're smoking a dragon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it's bad weed, they call it a bad dragon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's totally the proper usage of that.
The etymology is.
So he kind of like as he takes it back, he goes, "So, there you go. You take whatever information you may need there, and send your other friend then, the one who needs to talk."
Oh, I don't think that he needs to talk anymore. He talks plenty. Oh, that wants to have a conversation. Yes, I will send him right in.
I know what you mean. All your friends talk plenty, but I do know what you mean. Yeah, the one who needs to have a conversation with me, send them on in.
All right, I'll go ahead and send him in. Thank you for the information. You mind if I keep this? I'm bad at remembering things.
You go right ahead. I don't need any of it. It was for you.
All right, excellent.
You tell the ones out at the bar, you and your friends don't pay tonight.
Oh, excellent. I'll let them know. I'm very persuasive, so I'm sure they will believe me. Thank you. So, I
mean, we'll believe you. Will the bar staff believe you? That's the.
I mean, if you're coming from the office.
Yeah, I suppose.
GB pays her tabs and tips.
Okay. Yeah, as you... Kronk, you get up, you leave, you inform the bar staff of this. Andrasian, I'm assuming you've probably just been waiting at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Kronk's form come out between the kind of like swinging doors.
Wait, hang on. I want to try to sneak up on him.
He is.
Isn't he facing you?
I'm literally facing you. You can't sneak
Point
up on
blank
me.
range.
No.
You know what? Fuck it, Kronk. Roll stealth at disadvantage. Roll stealth at disadvantage.
All right, here we go.
Perfect opportunity for a nat 20.
I believe.
Can't believe it's 2 nat 20s.
Oh, it was a 15
No.
and then a nat
I shouldn't have said anything. That's a GB rule.
I got GB'd there. I did get a
Sorry.
nat 1.
I have a passive perception of 14, so I do see you.
Yeah.
You sneak in and I
the wall, like
bonk my head on the. Ow!
Pink Panther slowly plays underneath this scene.
Buddy, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, I wouldn't. You never let me have any fun. I wanted to sneak up on you, but like, boo, just kidding. It's time for you to go in. But you're just staring at the door.
Well,
I thought.
yeah, because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss you coming out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh my
I'm
god,
just gonna
Kronk
come out
came
and
out.
tell
I'm
you.
so proud of him.
Jazian missed it. Incredible.
Well, yeah. Dale's ready for
Nothing
you.
goes
Also,
over
we
my
all-
head. My reflexes are too fast.
Well, it's all. Well, we all drink free tonight, and also And Kronk goes and flicks him on the forehead because he said his reflexes are so fast.
I wasn't saying that in character. I was making a Guardians of the Galaxy reference.
Drazian still gets flicked on the forehead.
Regardless, yeah.
GB hears that we're drinking free and orders like 2 more rounds.
Okay.
But
Do you have any blueberries?
No, really?
Lilith is just drinking from a bottle of champagne now.
Ugh.
She heard we drink for free, and she just was like, just drop a bottle. Just drop a bottle.
With the sparkler still in the bottle, just like at the side
Yeah.
of your face.
Yeah.
Mux, I have one question. Is breakdancing an acrobatics or a performance check?
Depends on how wild and funky you're gonna get down, white boy.
I mean,
are you like
he is goated with the sauce. He is goated with the sauce. I can't lie.
Is it for you or is it for others?
It's for the world, but also like no one and everyone is watching, you know?
Yeah.
Spoken like a true performer.
Start busting a move, and people might watch.
Well, no,
Is it kind of
weirdly,
cutting a rug?
I'm actually gonna go off of Chris's question. Are you doing it because you want to breakdance, or are you doing it to impress people?
I think everything Kylie does is to impress people. I'll be honest. Like I do.
Performance.
You know, it's like look at me. Like I can boogie on land, and I'm used to doing these tricks where there's much less effects of gravity. But
Yeah,
you
backflip
know,
seems easier underwater. I'm not gonna lie.
a backflip is definitely easier underwater. As well, the water in the nose thing isn't a problem either. Like you know, like when you do like a go, but like no. Okay, shall I do that then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Da-da-da.
Did you just
The roll-
guidance yourself to breakdance?
I just guidance myself to breakdance. So we got. I rolled twice for some reason, but I'll take the first one, which is lower anyway. So that's going to be 13.
Okay. It's good. You do breakdance and you breakdance successfully. And it's good, but it maybe only holds the attention of the party for like 30 seconds. And then everybody kind of gets back to their own thing.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The moment, that one glorious moment. Yeah. But yeah, Kyler's just having fun.
There was a moment. All eyes were on me.
Center of the ring. Just
When
like
I see
Like a circus.
Kyler,
Yeah.
when I see Kyler do that, can Kronk walk over and say, "Kyler, do that again, and I'm gonna lift you up, and you're gonna spin on my finger like a basketball." When you
Where's his finger going?
on the base of the coccyx. I don't know.
Get the base
The
of the
what?
coccyx.
The base of the cock. Yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah,
your
that's
cock's
what I heard.
sick. Oh, how'd your cock get sick?
Do you need a kiss to make it better?
Your cock is sick, mate.
Sick cock.
Nice cock.
cock.
Are we gonna try the basketball
like
thing?
this.
I need a drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see this
I'm,
play
go-
out.
I'm going to say, you if you guys want to go into like typing to each other and figure out your breakdance routine, go right ahead.
I just figured that it would be my strength performance check to lift him up plus his
I would make that an acrobatics check because he would still be focusing on balancing.
So I've got an acrobatics check, or does Kronk have an acrobatics check?
Kronk has a strength check and you have an acrobatics check. Strength performance and you have an acrobatics check.
Well, if there was ever a time for a guidance, it was now. Okay. Acrobatics check. That's a dirty 20. It rolled twice again. It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
It's 22 actually, because 18 plus 2 from guidance, so 22.
23
Okay.
for me.
Damn. That shit's happening.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you, Kyler, you get into the routine, you start like doing all these different moves, and you do the move where like you spin and then you drop to the floor and you keep spinning, but like on the small of your back.
Yeah. I
You
used to be
do
able to do
that.
that. Can't
You,
anymore.
you do that on Kronk's palm, and then Kronk quickly like throws you up and catches you on his finger, and you're like spinning on the small of your back on Kronk's like flat fingertip, and Kronk is just
Like we're the Harlem Globetrotters now.
yeah, the Eltanian Globetrotters.
It's the
IT,
True Arms Torrents, I
yeah.
think you'll find.
True Arms Torrents, exactly. And just
Mux and me worked hard on that branding.
Kronk is just like continuing to spin you, Kyler. You do get a little bit dizzy, but it's for the art.
The Izarian Trotters. We should call ourselves IT. That's the best. There's nobody else with that abbreviation.
Even Kronk's
No.
not that stupid.
It's a little dicey.
We can all like. Is this something the whole bar is noticing now at this point?
I would have to.
I would hope so,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
By this point,
Like, are they in like
no
the
matter
center
where
of
you
the
are-
room? Like,
no matter where you are in the bar, you can see a spinning blue humanoid form raised above all other ones. On an almost like like Rocky when he gets to the top of the steps and he does that. It's like
Yep.
Kronk is like reaching up. And like
So about like 9 feet in the air. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Kronk is also like stoned out of his mind, so
yeah, y'all are having a wild time.
Kronk's just looking at Kyler's spinning form and is just
yeah.
Can't stop, clown will eat me. Can't stop, clown will eat me.
The Hat Man is nearby.
I was gonna say I owe the Hat Man money. I don't want to see
I
him.
don't want to go. Don't make me take the Benadryl.
have you guys seen the Reddit that's just people on LSD and they take pictures and they post the pictures on the Reddit and it's just pictures of like a bathroom floor and the caption is "It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I've been crying for 4 hours."
Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
Right, well, Drazian have this
Relatable.
conversation with Dale because otherwise Geraldine and Drazian
Yeah.
are not going to get to their lunch meetings tomorrow.
Yes, Jason is going in to have this conversation with Dale. As you kind of go through the hallway back into Dale's office, Dale is sitting there, still smoking this reputable herb. And he leans back into his kind of large, like executive office chair, do you know, like the really big leather ones.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of leans back into that and he goes, "You said you need a conversation?"
Yeah, couple of things. Has anyone come in here looking for me? As in for someone of my name.
Not that I know of.
Alright.
I'm gonna be real with you, kid. I don't even really know your own name. I call you guys by what you look like. You're a pretty boy, big guy, fish. You know, it's...
Fuck you, I've been to your house.
Oh no, keep going. What are the other two
What?
called?
What are the other two?
No, keep going. Fish.
Pretty boy, big guy, fish, rich girl, and the one that tries to be me.
That's a
Alright,
compliment. That's a compliment.
Do you know what? I respect it.
Y'all.
Well, for future reference, my name's Drazian.
Okay.
Drazian Calais. If anyone comes by looking for that name, you don't know me.
I barely do, but yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're putting across, but don't worry. You've seen this place. I'm not a doubt.
Yeah, I know, but in case you thought there was someone to do with the academy or anything, if anyone comes here looking for me, I don't exist. The only student of my description you know does not have that name. If anyone points me out to you while I'm in the bar and asks what my name is, it's Draco's Calorian.
I'll do my best to remember.
Or
Eli, come on.
or pretty boy, and anything fucking works.
Eli, bro.
What?
That's the worst fake name. That was
Can
like
I finish?
my name. It's like my real name's John Smith, and if that guy asks my name, it's James Smythe.
Right, cool. Yeah, so he then turns to him and says, yeah, look, you know Azarian Theocracy, the weird culty guys?
Culty. I don't know if I would say culty. I think, but I know what you mean. Yeah, we don't really get them in here. They
Okay, yeah, cool.
something about their religion where they don't drink a lot.
All right.
They do drink, just not a lot.
Well, yeah. Just keep an eye out if they start coming around looking for information. Just let me know.
He looks for like a pen and paper, and he grabs some paper, and he goes, Dracos. What did you say?
Just Dracos is fine.
Right. How am I spelling that? With an I or
Drakos.
Drakos. Dracos. Okay. Yeah. If anybody asks me about you, I'll say Dracos, but I don't know what the situation is, but yeah, you're either gonna be getting called Pretty Boy or Dracos.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fine.
If I know they're like cool though, what's the situation that like if Avadar himself comes to
if it's Avadar, it's fine. But anyone that even says that they're there on behalf of Avadar that you don't know, zilch. If Avadar needs to reach me, Avadar has my contact details.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to be the first port of call, but if it keeps you safe,
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll do it.
I'm
no snitch.
yeah, I don't want to give you any information that's not a need to know because it compromises you, makes it more dangerous for you and your business. So
I don't want to know any information that doesn't need to know. I only got so much brain space up here. I'm a rogue, not a smart person.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say you're fairly smart, but look, nonetheless, I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you at the party.
Are you looking for any information yourself? You seem pretty content to come in here. You said you want a conversation. I don't know if you...
Just, if you hear anything about the Theocracy and anything they're up to, or anything that you've got your ear to the ground quite a lot. If you hear any misgivings with them, or that they're up to anything that sounds any way shady, or trying to be more familiar in Agalane, let me know.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, there was one other thing. I'm not sure how much you'd know about this, but if you hear of anyone who goes by calls themselves Dragon Riders or anything like that, they might say Dusagairi. I know there's meant to be at least one in Whitefawn, but I don't know where. I don't know if it's anywhere near Agalane, so...
I'm sorry, did you say they called themselves Deuce Guys?
Dusagairi or
Dusagairi. I thought you.
No, it might be more common as like Dragon Rider.
Okay, yeah, Dragon Rider I can remember. I thought you said they was calling themselves Deuce Guys. I was like, well, I'm not one to judge, but whoa.
No, it's ancient language. That's what they're known by in that language, but Dragon Rider is the more it's the more common term. If you hear anyone of that persuasion or anyone that knows anything about that, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll do what I can. I'm not gonna like look out for you to give you the information, but if anytime you stop by, if anything comes up, I'll tell you.
Appreciate it.
I got a lot of business to run.
No.
Yeah, so is that everything then? You
Yeah,
good?
that's-
You don't
That's it.
not a problem at all. Dracos, or Dracos.
Either or is fine. If you mispronounce it, it probably makes it easier.
Oh. Okay, no problem. Yeah, whatever you say, pretty boy. I'll you go back out, enjoy your party with your friends. Uh, Night's only starting. If you guys are gonna have drinks, you have drinks. But we got no rooms, unfortunately, anymore. People took the rooms you guys had, and no vacancy. So
That's all right. We've got somewhere we're set up now anyway, so appreciate it.
not a problem. You go enjoy. He takes like a hit, and he kind of goes, "You want the last?"
If you don't mind, be much obliged.
He hands over the the last of the joint and allows you to finish it off. And then he goes, "No, I gotta get back to the books if that's okay with you."
No worries. Take it easy, Dale.
He brings out a book and a lighter, and he starts burning the book.
Damn.
He really cooking the books, isn't he?
He is indeed. Ayo.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's about 11 p.m.
8:03 p.m. Eastern Standard.
It's 8:03. So yeah, with that, unless there's any other things that you guys would like to do for that night, we can just roll it into the next day.
Cool.
I would love a long rest.
Yeah, go ahead, take a long rest. You guys party for a bit, you drink, you have fun. Then after a while, you retire back to 1337 Astral P Lane. You retire to your own rooms. Maybe not your own rooms, depending if you're looking for some, royal foundation. It's not really a royal gemstone, but it's definitely rock solid.
Hey, yo.
Yo. As remove the S, just lay.
Just lay.
As that the night passes, you do whatever you wish. The next day, most of you go to classes. Unless there's a specific reason you would like to not go to classes, in which case speak up now. I know obviously two of you have lunch meetings, so I'm not including you guys in that. But Kronk, Lilith, or Kyler, if there's a specific reason that you guys would not like to go to classes, please let me know.
No, Kyler's ready to start a new day.
No,
Okay.
I think Kronk is going to take most of his stuff seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did GB get her credit card back from Kronk or not yet? Kronk's still babysitting.
Kronk would have handed it back for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Kronk is kind of dumb, but when it comes to like planning and event stuff, more talented than you would think, just because of he's had to be the person
Organizing
there.
his own shows and all that kind of stuff.
He's been the fallback person to last minute logistics shows before, and so he actually has some experience in that category. And so he's like, okay, set this up, get this done, get this done.
Kronk has a bachelor's in event management.
Yeah, exactly. This HR, this just event relations.
Okay. So with that, with you guys going into your classes, the day passes on early in the morning. Around 11 a.m. Both Drazian and Geraldine, you guys are getting yourselves ready to go. Knowing that the people that you're respectively meeting have two very different definitions of lunch. Drazian, with Dren, lunch could be any time from 12 noon until 30 minutes before dinner. He is a eat when you get it kind of guy. Possibly from his soldier days, possibly just because he's very busy and doesn't always have the time to sit down at a regiment schedule. Geraldine, your father, on the other hand, is a lunch is at 12:30 every day. If you're not there, sat in your seat, knowing what you want to order at 12:30, you have missed lunch. So, on around 11 a.m., like a couple of minutes apart from each other, you guys each receive a text telling you where you're going to go. Drazian, you get a text from an unknown number, which you assume is probably some sort of burner phone that Dren is using. Pardon me. And it tells you 1:30, The Guts, South Agalian. What that is, you're not 100% sure, but you assume it's probably the name of a restaurant somewhere in South Agalian.
Either that or it's a pub where they do pub food.
Yeah, it's one of those two. You, Geraldine, a couple of moments later, but unbeknownst to you guys, because you're not sitting in the same room just on your phones. Unless you are. I don't know what you've decided to do with your morning. You receive a message saying simply, the Ruby Lighthouse. No other identifying markers, no times, because you know the time that lunch is. And by this point, you should know the good restaurants in the city, as is your father's belief. The Ruby Lighthouse, and that is it. Now, because Geraldine... Oh.
I have a quick clarification. So is everybody else have classes right now?
Yes.
So nobody else is in the...
No. Unless you guys are for some reason coming home for lunch.
I mean, did they ask? I mean, I don't think they told us. I mean, unless they want to be do you want to come with me? I don't know, but probably not. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think... Knowing these two personalities, and if you guys disagree, speak up. Knowing these two personalities, they probably would have just said, oh, we're not going to class today, other stuff has come up, and sent you guys on your way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a solo endeavor.
I didn't know the specific way classes worked. I didn't know if it was you have a class, and then you go home for a few hours, and then you're back at class. I don't know if it's...
You can if you want. It's more like a college based. It's not like a high school based where you're in for the full day. It's more college based where it's you can have a class at the start of day and at the end of day and nothing in between, and you can do whatever you want during that time. You can have one 9 a.m. class and then nothing for the rest of the day, or your first class could be 2:30 and you're in until 8 p.m. that night.
Can Kronk be coming back? Is Geraldine getting ready to go out?
At 11:30, yeah.
Okay, can Kronk come back about that time? Because he's has morning and then later classes, and he sees Geraldine and says, "Oh hey Geraldine,
I am just stopping by real quick because I wanted to make sure there weren't any updates about the construction process that's going to happen. We've got the rush order for the sound system. Thank you again for letting us use the credit card for that. You look really, really nice. Did you maybe want to go out to lunch or something? Or are you doing something? Are you busy?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, my dad asked to get lunch today, actually.
Oh,
So,
okay. Oh, well,
yeah.
Well, I hope that you have a good time. Or
yeah, it'll be something.
okay. That seems maybe a little bit terrifying, perhaps.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Do you need a backup? I could sit in a corner at the same restaurant if you want it. He doesn't know who I am, probably.
Oh
So
no,
I
I'll
could-
be all right. I'm just.
All right. Then I guess I'll just
I'll let you know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be here making sure sound systems get set up properly when the guys get in. I'll make myself a sandwich, and if you can't eat very much because you're nervous, I'll make you an additional sandwich for when you get home. It'll be in the fridge. I'll write your name on it. Okay.
Geraldine blushes. Says, "Okay, Kronk. Thank you."
All right. Text me if you need me to immediate backup or anything. I don't know Turtle, but I'll ask the Turtle real nice to speed me on over, and see if I can rescue you immediately or anything. All right. But it's gonna be really good, and you're not gonna need rescued, of course. And okay, you have a good day. And Kronk gives Geraldine a really big hug and goes to make some sandwiches and wait on the dudes to get here to set up the sound systems.
Flash forward 2 hours and it's just Kronk and Shenjo on the beach. Ah!
Geraldine, need rescue. Geraldine, Shark. Do you remember Shark?
I just imagine you dunking your head in the water, trying to also say it in common as well.
I need to.
Drazian, as this little awkward exchange is happening, you do walk past them in the hall.
Mm-hmm.
As they're kind of having this little exchange. Whether you remark on it or not is up to you, but
no, I'm oblivious. I've got seeing
You've got-
on my mind, so I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like,
tunnel
oh, hey.
vision.
I'm like, oh hey guys, I'm like, walk on.
As the time approaches, Geraldine, you're actually the first, obviously because Drazian's is later in the day. You're sitting in the Ruby Lighthouse. You looked up the directions. You got there 20 minutes before 12:30. You're sat in a seat in a single, a two-person booth. You're sat there. A glass of water, a bowl of breadsticks, fancy lighting. This is a fancy place, actually built into the wall of Agalane on the side of the riverfront that has the sun that rises. So there's constantly this beating heat of the sun that bounces off and heats the entire place. As you're sitting there, you're there for about 15 minutes before your father enters, sitting down opposite you. He does not acknowledge you. He comes in, unbuttons his suit, sits down, fixes his appearance, opens up the menu for 10 seconds, closes the menu, puts it down, motions for the waiter to fill his glass of water. And once everything is situated, at exactly 12:22, he sits and he looks at you. So, how have you been?
School's good. School's
I
going
didn't
well.
ask about school, I asked how have you been?
I've been okay.
Have you been studying?
I have. I'm taking quite a large course load this first semester.
As you should. You know, whenever your sister came here, she took 12 courses in her first semester. Very impressive. Very impressive. Do you know what you want to order?
Yeah, I picked it out already.
Good. He motions the waiter over. You both give them your order. And once again, he sits in silence. He doesn't really look at you, he almost looks past you. Like his eyes are looking in your general direction, but he's like looking past you. Your statement this month. Quite large. What have you
Yeah.
been buying?
A lot of school supplies and the group I'm with, we ended up getting a house and we needed some security systems and whatnot for it.
This group, and this is the first time he looks you in the eyes, and he goes, "Are they the ones who attacked the quarry?" Because I've had reports that a certain quite profitable business of mine is no longer functioning, and that your name was mentioned.
We had a
We.
mission. Yes.
So you were there.
My group, was assigned a mission in Hell's Prairie. Yes.
I didn't receive any word that you were there. I was told that there was a party of 4 people: a tiefling, a triton, an elf, and a Goliath. Now, whenever I asked about the elf, they said it was a male elf. Where were you?
Making myself scarce.
I am your father. Don't lie to me. Where were you?
Making myself scarce.
You
I
can see
was
he's
there, but there is a reason no one saw me.
evasive. It would be useful if you had any interest in continuing what our family does. He stands up and he looks down at you and he just goes, "The third time is supposed to be the charm. I suppose that doesn't count when it comes to children." And he leaves. Moments before food is set on the table. The waiter at this point kind of comes up and very awkwardly says, Your father already paid the bill if you would like to enjoy the food anyway.
Could I get it to go? Is that an option?
Yes, he paid for a rather large amount. Would you like to just take as much food as he paid for? We'll just...
Sure. That's fine.
And the waiter kind of like nods and rushes away and comes back a little bit later with like two kind of large like boxes of food and puts them down and says, I hope you enjoyed your meal at the Ruby Lighthouse. And very awkwardly turns away.
Yep. GB's gonna be a little teary and just say thanks as they walk away. And pack up things and head out not long after.
As you head home, by the time you get home, not much time has passed. You return home carrying 2 large boxes of takeaway food to Kronk, still in the house. Kronk, what are you doing?
Kronk has the guys have just gotten here. Kronk is like helping. Like he's like, okay, I want it right here, and he like lifts the speaker up. He says, I want it right here, and like sets it back down because he's still a little bit dumb. He's right. Here's what we're gonna do. I know you've got the floor plan here. I just wanted to make sure. We want it at this angle. Does that make sense? Is the plan? All right, sounds good. Woman, it sounds like you know what you're doing. I'm gonna get out of your head. Geraldine, hello. Thank you. If you have any questions, you let me know. I'm gonna be in the house for the next hour or so before I've got classes, and then you just message me if you need anything. So Kronk comes over a little bit, so he says, Geraldine, I haven't had a chance to even eat my sandwiches yet. You're back so quickly. You seem very sad. Do you want to have some sandwiches? Do you want to have a little picnic?
Are Kronk and Geraldine the only ones home other than like the people moving the stuff in?
Yeah.
I'd say Geraldine is like looks up at Kronk and is sobbing and just trying to keep it together, not really saying much, but just sort of like leans forward onto Kronk.
So Kronk like just kind of picks up Geraldine, kind of like, I don't know what the best position is for when she's carrying things, but just kind of, comfortably hoist Geraldine, kind of like a toddler, maybe, here, like that,
Yeah.
Kind of walks in and says, it's all right, it's all right. You know what will make you feel better? A little bit of a picnic and some sandwiches. And Kronk grabs some sandwiches and like a blanket off of the couch. Says, we're going to have a nice little time and you can tell me all about it. And we're going to eat these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, all right? And goes out into the garden that he's scythed down, or like that outside area. And I don't know if there's like a tree out there or something that we could sit under. I don't really know.
Yeah, no, there is. There's a couple of like large trees, but there's one rather magnificent oak. Like, it looks like a bit of a mixture between an oak and a willow, so it's got like the huge like rooted base, but it's also got these overarching kind of drooping down branches that create this nice little hollow ground effect beneath it.
So Kronk's like, all right, it's okay, and he's like somehow simultaneously like carrying the sandwiches, like with like 2 fingers and his thumb, and also like hooking a gigantic gallon water bottle for him, but also like grabbing a water bottle for Geraldine and like carrying all of this in one hand while holding Geraldine in the other, and the blankets over his shoulder. Says, all right, it's all right, sweetheart, and like lays it out and lays out the little picnic meal. Says, all right, well, tell me what went on, and eat your sandwich and here's some water. Just tell me what happened, okay? And they're under the big oak tree. It's nice and shady, just to make her nice and comfortable.
As you two have this discussion, and Geraldine talks and opens her heart to you. We'll fade to grey on that. And we
Fade to
can
black.
fade to blacks for like the naughty stuff. Fade to
Yeah,
greys
this is
for
like
like
gray.
or like fade to pink. It's like the fluff. Do you know what I mean? It's like a really nice, cute moment where like Kronk is just like this big dude, and you're like leaning into him, crying, and you're just like picking away at all the leftovers.
Yeah, don't leave the takeaway not eaten. Like
Yeah.
Jody's gonna make Kronk have it.
Across town in South Aggleane, towards the Honey Meadows. Drazian, you have been looking for 30, 40 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
Getting closer to 1:30. Where the fuck is the guts? You're looking, and you're looking, and you're looking. And while you're looking, you feel a hand tap on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And you turn around to see a rather portly, older, elvish gentleman
Mm-hmm.
with this kind of scraggly beard, a nose that is much too big for his head. And he kind of looks at you and smiles. And as you look at him, there's a brief moment of who is this person? Before
Dren's got a
Pardon me.
fucking disguised cell phone, doesn't he?
Yeah, Dren does. Apologies, I was burping. Before you look and you see Darius Calorian, Dren's version of himself that he uses to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Looks almost like, kind of like whenever like somebody who's really good at their field only like academically only focuses on their field academically and kind of gives up everything else and just becomes this rather jolly, like very vibrant expert in their field, and they know all the little crazy things. That is the vibe that he gives off. But while you'd almost expect a voice like this, as Dren, like, as Darius turns you around, you hear the, "Now I know you were not expecting me to be sitting in a place like this."
You could have just come by the house. It would have made things easier.
It also would have made it a target if anybody recognized who this form was.
Yeah, you make a good point.
I would like to inform you the guts does not exist. It is, I don't know if your communications have been
compromised.
And simply meeting in South Aggleane was much easier. We can go and find somewhere to eat. Is there anything you're particularly feeling? I could really use something very greasy right now.
We could... Dale serves lunchtime food, doesn't it?
Dale's does, yes.
We can go to Dale's. He's helped us out quite a bit, and does good pub grub.
Lead the way.
Alright, I lead him to Dale's. Can I caveat this? Like, before I met with Dren, could I have picked up my coat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, just so I have it, so I, because otherwise I'll forget.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. Yeah, so I lead Dren to Dale's.
On the way, Dren is kind of keeping you in like mild conversation, but specifically like keeping it away from specific, like, sensitive topics. That's the word. So how are you finding school? Is it all you thought it would be? Was it, how does it compare to having a private tutor?
It's been interesting. For instance, I had introduction of magical beasts and herbology. We had to like basically investigate this area and find herbs. I found knife root and elf leaf as well. Obviously you taught me that. You taught me those and what they're good for. The teachers seemed pretty impressed that I knew what they did, so that's
Of
thanks
course
to you.
he's
That's thanks to you, Pops.
Of course he's impressed. I'm a man of great knowledge, and anything I knew I passed on to you. How's your social life been? I know you, back in the city, you didn't have many chances to make friends, circumstances not permitted.
Yeah,
Well, how's it-
when you're fighting a war, it doesn't really leave much opportunity when the armed foxes are at your door. Yeah, no, the group I'm falling in with are they're a good bunch. We're all living together now in this nice spot. Probably biggest house I've seen in years. Catch my drift.
I believe I do. And he kind of, as you're walking, kicks your, what's it called? Like, kicks your, Avum steel sword scabbard that's at your side. And he, like, does it gently with, like, the heel of his foot. And he goes, and what about the old girl?
She's had a few upgrades.
Okay. Don't be doing too much now. That was the time of your grandfather.
Yeah, no, it's
I understand all
It's
you kids
strengthened.
want. I understand you want all these, adapting metals and stuff, but
no, it's Avon Steel. I wouldn't ruin that. It's just been strengthened with a titanium core, and lightning enchant on it.
at this point, you guys are kind of getting into the main part of the city, and you can see Dran's composure kind of changes to be less carefree and a little bit more upright and a bit looking side to side a lot. Speaking of girls, you seem like you've been glowing.
Glowing, really, Dad, really.
I don't know what to say about you, you fleshy ones. It ain't like that for us whenever we mate. You know that.
I know.
Yeah. So, is that not what you say? Is you don't say you're glowing? If I was to say someone was glowing, I'd mean they were metallic, and that ain't a very good match sometimes.
Yeah, you don't tend to mix too much with metallics. I see how you get on with Bahamut's chosen.
It's not really a racist thing. I know
No,
it may seem like that from the outside,
It's
but
rivalry. It's rivalry. I get it. I've
yeah.
I ran into a couple of them too. It's more banter than anything at this point. There's no real conflict. Both of our sides have agreed there's bigger fish to fry, and we're ultimately trying to accomplish the same goals. So,
Not to be you're old enough now. There's also physiological differences you don't see half metallic, half chromatic dragons about. There is an actual difference in the way our bodies are compatible, and they are not. It's like trying to put a trying to cut down a tree with a sword. You catch my drift.
yeah, no, I understand. But no, I've been keeping myself busy.
Well, congratulations, I think is the correct phrase here. You got yourself a good one.
Yeah, she's yeah. I like her. And
When am I gonna get to meet her?
I don't want to scare her just yet.
Well, I'm pulling your balls, son. I'm pulling your balls. You ain't
Look, I
Sorry, Chris's reaction to that.
You're
a base
what?
face.
What?
like I've known these people like what, a week. How many weeks has it been that we've been together?
I'm just giving you cock and ball torture right now.
It's about 2.5 weeks that
Yeah.
you've known these guys.
Look,
That TikTok sound. Is this fucking play about us?
No, I'm just sounding you. I'm just sounding
I
you.
wasn't gonna do it. I was just thinking about it.
Cat? Hey? Whoa.
What?
What?
do you know, I've fallen
Check
in
your
with
DMs.
I've fallen in with a decent bunch, and that's better than I could have hoped for, to be honest.
I'm glad.
They're trustworthy.
Now, you can see he kind of like, as you guys are going towards Dale's, he starts to go his own way.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of keeps talking, but his facial expression changes to like, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand. It's tough growing up in the diarchy all your life and then moving here. Meeting a nice girl is important, especially whenever it's hard to trust and you never know who's going to be around every corner.
Exactly.
As he kind of leads you down a side street, he stops and like not necessarily like goes like ducks into the shadows the way like a rogue would, but he kind of slows to a stop and he just moves against the wall and almost like slinks into the natural kind of darkness that the buildings are providing, but not like whoomph and disappearing. It's a very like
It's
somebody
stride.
somebody who's like trained in losing a tail kind of thing. And as he kind of pushes himself into the wall, and you watch behind as two figures in white, red, and gold robes walk past.
White, red, and gold?
Yes. They're not IT members.
Uh-huh. Do I recognize the colors?
You don't. And as you kind of do that, he goes, they weren't a theocracy, and they were not foxes. Don't worry. Those are people that are particularly after me. I just needed to make sure that they didn't know this form.
Any reason why?
He looks around and he finds like a barrel and a crate that are kind of like stashed away, and he like drags them out and he sits on one and he motions for you to sit on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You're aware that before I met your father and became your tutor, that I had a life before that. I did my own thing. I lived an adventurer's life is...
Yeah, I know you're not from this part of the world, Darius. It's not news to me. I know you're from very far away.
But you don't know exactly what I did before that. And I'm not ready to tell you quite yet, but recently the people who have been looking for me have gotten closer. I don't know if they were them, but they bear a resemblance close enough to scare me.
Okay.
I did something very bad a long time ago. That I regret very much. And there is a group of people that say I should pay for what I did. And while I agree, I don't think that their method of payment is exactly humane.
Enforcers don't really know how redemption really works, so
You can certainly say that again.
enforcers don't really know how redemption works.
Or I will slap you upside the head.
Well, I haven't seen you in months. I've got to bust your chops at least once.
You forget I'm quite literally bigger than you. Not just older.
Especially after that comment you made about, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Now, I have got to be very careful with what I say here. Apparently, somebody was contacting your father. I know you told me that your friend had tried to. Was this friend a girl? Young lady?
Do you remember Terry?
I can't say I do. Was she one of the...
She was a court mage in training for one of the other city-states.
Yeah, if she was one of the court mages, I wouldn't have known her too well. I usually dealt with the pages.
Yeah.
Help them, get a little bit more knightly.
You would have seen her in the diplomatic meetings. Not necessarily spoken.
Oh, the one that you would have...
The one that I would have hung out with, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one where me and the Danon Blades would have stuck by.
I see. Well, the IT does have its claws in Avum and everything that it composes.
I know.
But I think
she told me there wouldn't be a risk that unless in some way they'd gotten hold of my father's dreams, which she said was highly unlikely, that it would be safe, and turns out it wasn't. But what she relayed to me was obviously big, bad and preachy was there in the dreams. But just before he appeared, my father told Terry that the IT have a weakness.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I know, but it might be something to look into. Just keep our ears to the ground.
I will.
I don't think they'll kill Dad. They need him alive.
Oh, they need a figurehead. That is no doubt.
And it needs to be him. He's the only member of the royal line that they have there. But they do know I'm alive now. Because he sent me a message after Atari came out of the trance.
Your father did?
No. Sarathan. He doesn't know where I am, but...
What kind of message did he send you? A letter or...
No, as in a magical message, like into my head.
Oh, okay, that's relatively more comforting because it means that he doesn't know your exact location.
No, he has no idea where I am, Dren. He has no fucking clue, but he knows I'm still alive.
I know two things currently.
Mm-hmm.
There are still some members in Avon who are loyal to the royal family and your bloodline. And one of them put themselves at risk to get me a message. I'm afraid the message got to me, but I don't believe that he managed to escape the consequences. Your father is being kept under some sort of spell. What your friend saw wasn't a dream. It was your father's active consciousness, and whatever it may be that he is living currently.
So he's been kept in some kind of magical coma, essentially.
But his body walks and talks and moves with confidence. Confidence that your father didn't have. I'm not saying he was a weak man. By no means am I saying he was a weak man.
Well, he was reserved. He was modest and reserved, and
This is a brazen and an angry king that is taking your father's place. I do not know how they're doing it, or why. But right now, I believe the safest place for your father is in that personal plane of existence.
yeah, I know.
The other thing. One of the Lightwalker's fist is headed towards Agar Lane.
Which one?
I don't know. They use code names. They changed the code names.
What was the code name? Just so I can keep an eye.
Watcher.
Watcher. Okay.
Whatever it may be, I'm not sure. Somebody called Watcher is headed towards Agar Lane. The Lightwalker's fist was there. They will know your face. And if they are good, they will know your voice, whether or not you're hiding it. We cannot take any assumptions when it comes to them. Don't forget it only took 2 of them to kill your grandfather.
I know. So what do we do? I don't want to run again. Dren, I'm
You are not going to run. Boy, I love you, but if you ran, I will kick your ass so far up and down the street that you would be the big fucking light on top of that building.
If you remember correctly, I didn't exactly come willingly out of Avon, Dren. I was dragged kicking and fucking screaming.
I know I had to do that, and I apologize, and that is what I am saying. If you run this time,
I'm not going anywhere. So if they're gonna come for me, they can fucking come.
I don't know if they're going to come for you. I don't know if they know you're here. I just know that one of them is on their way here.
That's not a coincidence, Dren. That can't be a coincidence.
I don't know. I received the message in the same... I received this news in the same message that I got after what happened with your father. I don't know if this was planned beforehand or after or what is going on, but I do know that right now what you got, I don't know if you're gonna call them family or an army or whatever you're gonna call them, but what you got is people who are gonna have your back in a fight.
Do I take this to Avadar?
No.
Okay.
I know that he is supposed to be this great and mighty man, but we cannot say that his goals align with ours. Nor can we say that his morality or ethics is the same.
They do know who I am, you know that, right?
I'm fully aware that they know who you are. Who do you think told them? But what he may view as the righteous and correct course of action may not be what we view as the righteous and correct course of action.
Okay.
He may believe peace is acceptable at all costs, even if that means that there's such a thing as acceptable losses.
So what do
And I
we
don't
do?
think there is. I stopped believing in acceptable losses after Avon.
Yeah, me too.
This form isn't going to stay up for long. I need to get going. My teleportation circle's back at South Aga Lane. If you would like to walk me back.
I'll walk you back. But what do we do? Surely there's something that I can use.
He leans over and he puts a small wrapped parcel in your hand. Your mother wanted to wait until things were settled down. I don't think things will settle down without you having your legacy beside you, son.
Is this what? How did she get it?
What do you mean, how did she get it? You think your father was smart enough to give her anything other than the family ring as a wedding ring? Your father is a very clever man, but not a very smart one. When he told your mother that he would protect her, that she was his greatest treasure, he truly meant that. Until you came along, of course. Then you were his greatest treasure. But in doing so, he also knew that anything that was of the utmost importance would be with her. That includes you in this ring. Now, you are not strong enough to wield every power that has.
I know.
You might not even be strong enough to wield the first. I don't know yet.
I'm not gonna know unless I try, and this means we have a chance.
I don't know when I'll get back. But you are gonna stay here, and if a fight starts out, you are not gonna get involved. I do not care how tempting it is. I do not care if you see a chance to slit the throat of whoever the fuck this Watcher is. You are gonna stay away, because the moment you spill their blood, they are gonna know where you are. Because then they have a reason to hunt you right now in broad daylight.
What if they come for me? What if this Watcher comes for me? I won't have a choice but to fight. I told you I'm not running.
And you take the fight somewhere that you control the situation. Somewhere where you take out all of them. If you cannot get rid of all of them, you get rid of none of them. He stands up, and through the shape change, you see his reptilian eyes flash for a moment. Dragons leave no witnesses and no bodies.
Leave no quarter. Leave nothing but dust.
Now, I can feel his form starting to shake.
Alright.
I think I need to get going.
Right, let's move.
You travel back through Agalane into South Agalane in silence. You reach the point where he met you. He tells you to wait. He doesn't want you seeing where the circle is, because that puts you in danger in case anybody ever tries to figure out a way to get to him. The less you know, the better in terms of how to reach him. There's a moment you can see where he considers giving you a hug, but he just kind of puts out a hand, shakes your hand.
And give him the proper warrior shake.
Yeah, like the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And he turns and walks away.
Istara Dusur. and I turn and walk.
And with that, we're going to call tonight's session because it is 1 a.m. Oh, I don't know what time it is for you guys. I think it's like,
It's 9.
yeah, 9 for you guys.
So we have a 4-hour time change now?
Yes, until you guys do daylight savings. Well, I think that's next week.
We don't anymore. Or at
At
least
all?
No, yeah, the US stopped daylight savings.
Have they? Have
Yeah.
they actually?
What?
So
yeah.
until like March, then we have a 4-hour time difference.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
So March,
Yeah.
it's like March.
I thought that didn't go into effect. For
Does that not go?
No, I think we have
Dude,
it.
I don't know time zones as it is. No, we definitely don't have it anymore, right? That was like in the
No,
news months ago.
The US stopped daylight savings because it affects energy production, productivity levels, and it affects the
Wow.
sleep schedules of young parents and children.
Wow, they said fuck the farmers.
Yeah, really.
The
Oh
last
yeah, starting in
clock change-
2023.
Oh, starting in
Starting
2023. So it's still in effect at the minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
the last
there we
one
go.
will be when we spring forward in March of 2023. This
There we go.
Sunday,
Right.
November 6th. So yeah, 1 week from today, we will fall
Fall
back.
back. Okay, so a week. We have a week of being 4, and then I'll go back to being 5. Fuck this shit.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just in general, the not as good but still pretty good amateurs productions are live right now. If that's
Yeah.
the right target,
That will be the
it's
target.
pretty good. It's
They are fucking amazing. Ben and Katie and all the gang are wonderful, and I adore them to fucking bits.
I already have the raid typed in, so don't worry.
Oh, you've already got it done? Sweet.
Yep.
Cool.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna go for the raid here, guys. Thank you everybody for coming, Alaska. It was amazing to have you back. Hopefully, we can get you back again
Yeah.
another session soon.
Nah, I don't know what. Next week I'm scheduled. Next week I'm scheduled to work, but it just depends if I get cut early. So
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
we
you
will.
morning?
I'm the swing bartender, so I'm
Oh,
1
yeah, you
o'clock.
are.
So I could be at work till 9, or I could get off at 5. But
Not
we'll
a
see.
problem.
We could probably get you off earlier.
Well,
just us getting Alaska off.
in any
Leave
case,
it
not
to
hard
guys,
to do.
us.
thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you all. If you haven't taken your meds,
Freezing
go
immediately after.
if you haven't taken your meds, go take your meds. The week's just starting, so go have a good week, and we will see you next week for another episode of Advanced Dungeons and Intermediate Dragons. Go show some love for Amateurist Productions. We're currently waiting on the countdown. Once we wait on the countdown, we're going to be saying goodbye to y'all. So, toodaloo.
See you
Good-
later. Bye.